What is the song? Could have been whiskey, could have been rum. Can you write me a song about all the possible drugs somebody can possibly think of or create? Okay, while spinning in a circle, living on a planet that looks like Earth, and how you would bounce off the zodiac according to the drug you take. Can you do that? So did anybody hear me? Is anybody here? Anybody home? So there's no one here. I'm going to start this thing here. It always says no one's here. I don't know why. I always start my page by liking myself. I'm coming out here to talk to myself today on 3/26. Everybody knows that 3/24 was a big day of communication, right? Today, we have a continuous actual week of communication, right? Why? The end of that communication ends on the 28th. 4 times 7 is 28. Every month is singular in itself, even if it's not the 28th day in the moon cycle, right? Well, I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about what's going to be in 2 days. And what happens, what I like about the even numbers is that 8, okay, times 2 equals to 16. 8 plus 2 equals to 10. 10 plus 16 equals to 26. I started with 2 and 8. Now I got 2 and 6. 2 times 6, I like that also because everything ends. It goes 28, then it goes 26, then it stops at 20. 2 times 6, 2 plus 6 equals to 12 and 8, 20. It stops right there. I found the base. I can't, there is no other way to do it. It just keeps going down. Also to note, and I did this in my previous video, I was talking about the zodiac signs. For those who study the zodiac signs, interested in the zodiac signs, if somebody's going to give you, if you're interested to have a zodiac reading, but with your life path, with something that's like with the current affairs and stuff like that, I don't know. There's always somebody, I don't know how it works. The only reason I'm saying this is I question myself. Does it make a difference understanding what I understand about the zodiac, like the numbers that I talk about? Does it have any bearing with anybody? Will it help somebody to understand what's going on in the context of a number? Like, even if a number, like obviously if you spin a ball, will it hit all the numbers all the time? Like really, what was that thing, right? What was that thing? It's like what was that question? Where's the phone? What was the question? Well, I'm gonna have to come back and remember what the question was. It's a good thing no one's here. No one's here. Good, good, good. No one remembers. If somebody would remember, please write it back to me. Oh my God, I can't believe this. I went to look for it and I lost it. Trying to think of one of the combinations. I can't believe that. It happens all the time. I try to make something a little bit more than what it is. Maybe it'll pop up. I don't know. Anyway, so we had that algorithm out of the zodiac. Yes, I was talking about something with the zodiac, those who do whatever zodiac reading you do, right? And how you make numbers. I mean, I make number 1 using 5 and 5 equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. They're reducing things down to 1. They don't want to reduce 33, 6. when they don't reduce 33.6, we need to understand that 33.6, okay, has a rider on the storm. Here's a 4. So if you're running 33, you're running 44. What does that mean to you? What does it say? What's coming along? Okay, what's coming along with your master number 33? Or where is this 33? Is it an association of 1, 3? Or is it an association of 1 through 32 and 1 stretching the band? Right? If I stretch this way and you stretch that way and we all meet at the center. So what are we talking? And I can't touch that. Can't touch that. I don't know what it's made of. But I now have it in my mouth. So I don't know what it is. And I do. I can taste the metal off of it. I can absolutely taste the metal off of that thing, that block, off that block. Yes. So let me get back to, so for those doing the Zodiac, how does the Zodiac break down? What is the algorithm of numbers that's happening with the 13, with the number 13 for the continuation of the 13 moons? Why are we running in this 13 moon cycle and still not matching up to the sun cycle? Why is there 1.25 days left over at the end of the year? Does it mean the sun slid? Are we sliding at one point? Right? And that's what makes up, instead of like turning, did it like sort of stop? Okay. Or did it slide where it stopped its turn, not letting the whole day come by? And then we end up with that 1.25 days continuing the cycle. There has to be a reason. The only one I have is 5 times 5 times 5 is 1.25. I also know what is 1.25? Well, 1.25 days in order to make up for the leap year. You run 3 years at 1.25, right? 1.25, 1.25, 1.25 is 3.75. And then in the next year, you end up with a complete extra day, right? So, but that thing that ends up, the actual thing is the Mayans themselves, okay, said they had a 5-day month, okay, or a 5.25 day month. I'm just trying to remember what the piece was with that. Memory, 512 memory. Yo, bro, here comes the student. When you play the game of craps and they call yo, they're actually screaming out, okay? Yo meaning any craps or 11. But when I hear it, I'm in Quebec. And for me, okay, it sounds like yo 11 sounds like the student. The yo part, I really never understand. I never really understood, okay? I think it has to do with something I have to look it up what the real meaning is, but I understood it to be 11 craps. Craps is 1 and 1, 1 and 2, 5 and 6. I think 6 and 6 also inside of that. The yo part is the Y is the 25th letter. Now the 25th letter is Y. The Y, I've been doing this since the beginning. Say I'm wrong. But I always use the Y to reflect number 3. I always use the O, right? What do you think I reflect with the O? To reflect number 4. So 3 times 1, 20. And 4 times 90. Both equaling to 360. And that's how the two systems come together, the same corridor between 3 and 4. The lower and the upper of the numbers. The house is 6. Always 6. And then there's the sharing part of the house, which is the core, right? Everybody runs to share at the core. Where is that core? Corey, where are you? Corridor. I know it's in here. Can we find it? Oh, I found it right away, right here. Oh. From this point over here to this point over here, it's 6 plus 1 equals to 7. Every corner into here equals to 6. This is the honeypot. This is the 7th area right over here. Now you can either have this corner and this corner, or you can have this corner and this corner. Not here, not here. You notice the center is a 1 area space. You notice how big the corner is? The corner is 4 times the heart. To the 144,000 perhaps that should be received. Is it 6 times 28-day cycle of the moon equaling to 168? Or is it 7 times the 24-hour days of the gateway of the week? The gateway of the week. I'm going to start connecting these together, and I'm going to just go up and down and up and down. I'm going to put these all together. Here's where the trains are. If I had to add or remove a rib, right? These are all ribs. Every single one of these you see, right, is run like a rib. These are all ribs. So every time I move down one, I add a rib. Every time I add a rib, I change from male to female, odd to even, even to odd. When you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, something's not right. And they even show you in centimeters that something's not right. They even show you in centimeters something's not right. First of all, a centimeter is 2.5 something to an inch. Secondly, the size of an area space on here, okay, from one area, because there's 3 different sizes on here, right? I want to look at 3 obligation sizes on here. One is the corner, where it's a 2x2 area space. One, it's a 2x1 area space. And then the heart of the board, everything that comes together, okay, by itself. I cannot just, in order to take this is fair to all and everything, right? I'm using just these 3 area spaces. So this I made twice the size. But if I compared it to what the inches were towards what a centimeter is, it's almost telling me the same story, because this is actually a little bit bigger than it should be, than it isn't, right? But it can't be done on this. It was made to be perfect. It was made to be square this way. Right? When you're laying the bricks, we're not going to get into the bricklayer design right now, right? The bricklayer designs, the bricklayer design is on the wall. See those bricks on the wall? Teachers, leave those kids alone. Q, teachers, leave those kids alone. Was that alone the same way you say alphabet? Like, how about phabet? How about alchemy? How about if I just said chemi and not al? And if you said leave those kids alone and take away the L-A-L and then just leave those kids as one? Is that what they're trying to say? Why would the teachers want to leave them kids alone? What are they trying to do? Is it the teachers? Who are these teachers? I know that T and H, right? T and H must be them. Who are they? They, them. Here they come. Who are they? It's them. I know it's them. It's always them. Who are they? It's all of them. It's the teachers. They're coming. They're coming right now. We're in the halfway house. the world of Urantia. It's ever changing. Our perspective over time as we get older. Mummy, hold me. Mummy, hold me. Leave me alone. Mummy, go away. Ma, don't come back. Oh, Mummy, where are you, Mummy? Oh, I miss you so much. In reality, how do you look at it within your own minds? Who are you? Who do you want everybody to be that's around you? Do you want them to be like you? Falling back into the picture, back into the dream, back into the dream, back into the dream. Sally! Sally! Was that commercially? Is that what I heard? Commercially? Okay, so we're going to get back. How's everybody doing? Is Denver goated? Is Denver goated? Denver. Denver goated. Goated Denver. Goated Denver. I mean, I'm not really sure. Are you talking to somebody in the crowd named Denver? Is it Denver, Colorado? Or is this my den? And goated, are you saying coated? Are you talking about the paint coated on my ceiling? Because the G or the C, and you know, when the government papers come in at the bottom, they put C with the G. They did the same thing. I don't know, something about those letters, right? So I can't answer something I'm not quite sure I understand, but I'll say hi to you. And we've got some gas in the house. So that gas would go obviously with silver. Anything that starts with GA means silver. And actually, I like to say that on each side of where the gold is, okay, there's the bronze, the silver, and the gold. So that's where the gas must be. We have Chantal Paquette joined the crowd with a number 7 there. Sorry for mispresenting your name. Chantal. You know, if you, again, that's very funny that I even bent down to read that because I was just fooling around with the alchemy and the AL at the beginning of the word of alphabet because I'm still trying to fool around. I mean, right in front of everybody, I'm getting naked with my mouth fooling around with the alphabet, you know? Oh my God, leave me alone. Don't put me next to C. You know who I am. Put E next to C. Right? I before E except after C. Remember the rules, please. I before E except after C. Thank you very much. A little separation between my creation and myself. Don't put me back into the grave. Okay, so yeah, so we're just going to finish off with this piece right over here. I don't like the clarity of light. Is this backwards? Yeah, it is. You know what? I'm like the happiest person because last night, and let me tell you one thing. I think there's 2 major things you need. First, you need the product. And then you need the one with the knowledge. When you find the one with the knowledge, you know, you cure your ailments. I mean, I am at such peace, like right now, like don't say anything. Let's just vibrate. I don't want to know anything. Okay. It doesn't hurt anymore. Last night, just as I spoke, I'm going to have to put an onion in my foot. My foot is just like it's just crazy. Just this excruciating pain. I just want to cry and go under the pillow. And then I said to myself, maybe I can, and my son has told me this many times, and he wants me to go to Vipassana for 10 days, put myself away, and I don't want to stop writing. And can I do it? I can't answer. I haven't done it. I never did it. And I don't want to put myself out on the limb, you know, for even to have that up in discussion. Do I want to do it? You're most definitely right. When the position comes to my, you know, when it just happens, you know, and the Vipassana is like you talk to nobody for 10 days, and you can't write and you can't read, and you go and you just look inside yourself. And I'll tell you one thing, I've been seeing a lot of stuff inside myself. When I close my eyes, even when people chatter in front of me, if the conversation is good enough, if the vibe is good enough, if the music or the vibration, the background noise, because for myself, there's always a background noise. I don't, if I stay silent, do you know, between me and the screen, I can practically see the snow going back and forth on the screen. I already know, I can see for myself that the screen is hazy. In fact, the whole room looks hazy at this time. Great trick for your foot. Great. I mean, I don't remember who told me. So, yeah, so we're going to finish off with this over here. So, Aries, right? You remember we spoke before? I don't know if I mentioned this, but B, D, F, H, and J. Your first 10 letters does not include 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It only includes 1, 3, 5. And when it does include 1, 3, 5, it includes it right here. And this one is Cancer. And when you go back, it says it's the only ace. Cancer is the one sun divided. Something to do with the divided sun ends up in Cancer, the fourth planet, or the fourth zodiac sign. Okay, C-A. Did I make any mistakes inside of here and not put the N? I know I missed the N somewhere. Hold on a second. You are in trouble. You did not put the N. I can't believe me. I can't believe me. I didn't put the N. I'm such a bad person. So bad. Wow. How many are we? So I come on here for the last 3 months, over 20 years, and I'm so pleased to be able to bring up one. Well, it says there's a number 1 up there. So is this a person? Is this a robot? I have to now. So every time you see just 1 up there, you have to think. You need at least 4 up there to at least think there's one real one. You know that? If I show you some of the screenshots that I took of some people, oh my God, there's a real person. Yay, throw out the flowers. Come on in. You're the next contestant. And you know what? Every price is right. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you got to do is deliver the message properly, spoken on to one in the mirror. Like, how did you treat myself today? I met another one of me today. And where'd you see this other one? It was the cashier at the beer store. I bought a beer, and this person was so nice, just like me. Oh, and they gave me a beer and put it in a bag just like I would have did. And since I'm underage, I would have did the same thing. No, I'm only kidding. So yeah, we have to just reflect on ourselves. I mean, I can't, according to how I've pieced this all together, that's the only way you can have, I mean, understand, when we go to the people who have passed on, right? I mean, yes or no? This is about, first of all, if you're here for the first time, I don't think so. That we're brought all through life and we're brought up with this at this point of time in history. And guess what? We're at the edge of history. Does everybody know this? Did you know this? Every moment passing is the edge of that time in history. Tomorrow, although we can use this again for our breath stamped out, it will never, ever, ever be the time it is now. It just won't be. So we don't look, okay? So when we come into a moment, okay, let me see how I can look at this moment, this Polaroid moment. And a Polaroid moment is you can look at everything that's around you and say, okay, there's a child coming into the house. We have sockets. The child can hurt itself. You protect the room. You set everything up, okay? And by doing that, when moments come, you'll still come in there. Did we check everything? Is everything okay? So what I'm trying to get to this is this item that we check is not a moment by moment thing. It's usually you're checking if everything's okay before they come in to play or whatever else to make sure everything is cleaned up. But the moment for moment, we don't know what's going to happen in 2 seconds or 3 seconds or 1 second or 0.5 of a second. Everything just happens at a split second. You ever hear about that? The split seconds? I don't know if I'm coming across properly. I don't think I am because I don't understand myself right now. I have to really go a little bit deeper than that. So, yeah. So anyways, forget about that. I was thinking about this. There's somebody out there, they're all claiming alchemy, alchemy, alchemy. Will any numbers, will any algorithm help somebody with their alchemy of the zodiac, right? And the alchemy of the zodiac, obviously, it's pretty simple. Western astrology, Chinese astrology, you bring all the astrologies, you understand whatever algorithm, whatever you do to understand. I don't know how it works. I wish I would put more time into understanding it. I just know that when they assign something mutable, the people that study the alchemy astrology, is it the same mutables? The people who study the alchemy astrology, is it the same fire signs in the zodiac? Is it still 13 zodiacs, 12 zodiac signs? Are there still 13 moon dates in a year? Or, right? Or listen to this, okay? And I'm going to write this down. I mean, it's nothing new, right? The 12 zodiac signs, 12, 13. Thing is about 12 is you have 3 times, you have 3 times 4 equals to 12. You also have 4 times 3 equals to 12. You have 2 times 6 equals to 12, right? We only begin our talking about our zodiac, okay, which is 12 zodiac signs, right? Yet we have 13 moons cycle. And still apparently the year is not over. There's 1.25 days. For those who are a little confused, you're here, you're bored, not sure what I do. I know, here I go again with no schedule, and people have showed up and said, I heard this before. How long before he moves on? Will I hear anything new today? I got other things to do. Somebody else is, oh, sit back, it's raining outside. And the other one's going, what do you mean? Years ago, it was singing in the rain and everybody was full of joy. Now everybody says I can't even go out. It was a light snowfall. When I was a kid, the snow was like 6 feet tall over my head, and everybody was bustling to get outside. The more snow, the merrier. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let me get into that. So now we get to the 13 signs. The thing about 12, 336 days, I'm going to get back to that in a minute. I want to just go through a little bit more with the zodiac. Check it out. The letter I and the letter R. Now, this is pretty freaky. How can I get a picture like this? You think I can get this picture and get it on the screen? I want you to be able to see it and me see it at the same time. Hold on a second. Hey, how's everybody doing today? Is everybody vibrating well? Oh, I think I may have done it backwards. Oh, look at me. Oh, look at me go. Look at Charlie go. Okay. So let me see. Let me see. Okay, I didn't get as far as and I don't we're gonna have to take another picture because it's not fair. Okay, let's see. I took another picture. Whoop. Wow, what happened? I just took another picture. Hold on a second. Maybe if I wipe it out and then go back, maybe. What in the world is that? Oh, yeah, we got it. There it is. There it is. Bear witness to exactly now. Do those alchemists or those who study the zodiac care about the word that goes along with it? Now I know nobody has mentioned it yet. I am from a French land and the words are different. Absolutely. I have not done it in French. You are so right. So if I go over to Aquarius, they call Aquarius Verseau. So inside Aquarius, I'm going to. Let's do this together. Oh my God, let's play a game. Whoa, we are playing a game together. You, me, and everybody else. There's no guessing in this game. I think it's going to be this one. Okay, they're going to say chicken or whatever, but that's not what we're doing. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, remove background. No. I don't want to remove background. No. So I want to draw in the background. Let me see what I can do. Stickers, background. No, not that. Share, subscribe, business. I don't know. I mind my own business, or is that a business plan? Poll, vote, draw and guess, Lightning QA, AI wallpaper. Hold on a second. No. I can't draw my picture. Okay, so just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second, okay? I have to do this in French, so show me Western astrological signs in French. So I'm not sure why anybody's here, what anybody wants to learn today. So this is where we are in this piece of the puzzle. I'm hoping everybody is really quite interested deep down into their heart. I see we're 2 little ducks here today. We're 3 lucky people splitting the vibration for whatever it's worth for our own personal being, because we need to feel that organicness about this planet. We need to feel that. We like to feel our breath. I know I'm worth my breath. You know what I'm saying? For myself. I know I haven't hindered anybody else around me. And I found the reason, for those who don't know, I found the reason for the 6 feet, right? And it's because of this. You see this? You join, it's a club, right? You see the club? You see the club? See, it's a club, right? See the way the star joins each part of the club and it divides the club. So the lifeline within. So which sign is what? What's the air sign? What's the water sign? And let's see if we can understand it through this. And do not forget, we can also alter this dimension. According to this, it's supposed to be in 60 degrees. When I create my Star of David, okay, I create my Star of David at 45 degrees. Therefore, the circle, okay, I have to recreate my circle and understand whether or not it's possible to create a 360-degree circle and create this image at the same time, right? Because I'm going 60 by 6 for this. And a square, a circle is supposed to be all the way around. So what is it? 360 times 1 degree, 36 times 10 degree. The smallest it's going to be is 4 by 90 equals to 360, or 3 by 120 equals to 360. Why do I say that? It's the ABC theory of everything. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals to 6. I went 1, 2, 3, and ended up like this. I went 1, 2, 3, and ended up like this, 6. Now, if I go 4, here's the other 4. Now I got 10. I went 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1 plus 2, okay, plus 3 equals to 6, plus 4 equals to 10. But if there's only 9 numbers, how can we make 10? Well, if I connect up here and I connect to the heart, me and you, and me and you, I go connect this top corner, but I can't pass the center over here. I was told not to pass the center over here. Why? Because of these instructions that were so mixed up. I got the instructions. They come, the instructions, they come like these instructions. They come here, and they came here. They didn't tell me what order to put them in. They put all the red men in the same house, and then they split the house up and they made different designs. The French guy comes over to me. He called it one name. The English guy points to it, called it another name. I wasn't sure. I spoke both languages. I didn't know the real name. It depends what bar you walk into. These, they keep changing their names. With the Cajo. Oh my God. Look at that. What can we do with the cards? What were they made to be? I also look at this as the energy station. See, it's 4 on the inside, 4 on the outside. It's also noted to be what is 5 up and 5 down. TV. TV. Commercial. Oh. Be careful, okay, for the unknown. It just told me that in a commercial there. I had a car commercial. It said, be careful of the unknown. And then it had a bear. And I know about the bear, right? The bear is something about the moon. Okay, maybe the moon is sleeping. Why? Because get your bear ass upstairs. My mother told me that when I was a little boy. Get your bear ass upstairs. I also know that the bear reminds me of some special numbers. The bear reminds me of number 2673. That's the air sign of Gemini. It also tells me about Taurus, the dog, yes, electric, the electric bear, the electric bear. And something to do with the bear has a passage into the corridor. And the reason for this, okay, is going to be explaining something about the moon and the difference and reasons why we pass 336 days to end the lunar cycle. The lunar cycle ends at the lunar cycle ends at 3 by 4 equaling to 12, 4 by 3, in which fall in concordance with the three types of what are the cardinal, the fixed, and the mutable. Send that mutt to Adam to be able. Send that mutt over here. Is the dog fixed? Tell that bird to be quiet now. Tell that bird to be quiet. So you do know that right away, tell the bird to be quiet. We're talking about number 3. We're talking about communication. Now we're going to go on and say, well, all these life pathers and all these people that read numerology like GG33, very swift, very whippy kind of guy, whatever he knows for the algorithms, I think he's brilliant the way he whips it out there and wakes everybody up, although it's not my cup of tea. I just love the way he comes out there. I'm still looking to understand what the word algorithm is. Like if I'm born on this day and this day, I mean, everybody knows it's an algorithm, right? It's like doing the books. Whatever any numerologist is doing out there is doing the books. The difference is, when it comes to astrology, what's different between astrology than numerology, I find, which I'm just thinking about it right now, is that you are reading, really in astrology, you're also reading numerology because these planets are associated numerically as well. So you have a depth of numerology. So now if you add the life path to it, how much different is it, numerology than astrology? Right? It's just somebody's reading the life path differently. I mean, I don't see it. I'm just trying to understand it. Numerology will fall into astrology, right? But somebody's just reading a story on a different page. You can just add all of them. You're supposed to come up with your flat rhythm. Some people, the more people you are to break it down, I mean, the more you can go into depth of something. But again, it's only going to be like Gary said himself, he's going to be 67, 68% right at max, right? And that's what he said about his sports book when he goes to make a sports book pick. He's no different than the best bookie at 66%. And he said it himself, right? He was being very, very, very honest about that. So we're back to the 336 days. How is everybody out there? We are a whole bunch of 3 people out here. I don't like to say that. It's not fair for me to say that. Like I said, I'm bringing something old, something new, something I've done before, but I'm bringing it back and I'm going over for a few things that I haven't gone over enough yet. Just in case somebody sees something, somebody sees a new algorithm. I want to show you how I'm going to go over this certain algorithm. Why do I do these videos? I do them basically not live. I used to do a lot of these. I just used to do them in front, do them for myself and upload them. Now, if there's an input, somebody wants to say something, ask a certain question, why I'm doing something, somebody wants to help me out, that's what it's here for. I figure I can do it as good as, but it's easier when I do them like 25 minutes at a time, get to the point, right? These are harder to watch videos. And that's why sometimes I have a couple of people who are on board with me in their own domain like Cynthia, she's putting this all together, and she's got a very hard mix with astrology, and a big connection to the Bible, as she had a big conviction to it at an earlier age in her life. So she's like that is like crazy. People who read, you know, if you it's like reading a newspaper. Okay, if you how do you say this? Credibility. Where do people get their credibility from? So when you come out here to see me, when I listen to other people and their credibility, and what song and dance did they tell me? What is their credibility? What does their story sound like? Is it something I already know and it's just making more connections for me? So far, so good. Yes, I see it. So I can give her credibility through that, right? Just like I think there's many out there's that are doing it and spreading the news all in their own way. What it is I believe I'm making this up, but it's my belief that if you breathe, listen, hear, make something part of your algorithm, somehow it's going to shed a light onto you. So if you listen to me for 5 minutes and a whole bunch of others for 5 minutes, you're going to eventually fall into where you want to be and where you don't want to be. And through the 3 or 4 that are left over that don't take up all the time in your life, that you can continue on and have, your own, time for yourself, that you don't have to sit here in these, I don't like, they're not classes. Somebody once said to me, they're classes. You want to call them a class, in your class of your own, because I'm learning at the same time, even by the questions you ask. I like to look at Jack as connecting to 3 systems. So yes, so I'm back to, yes, the 12 sign, the 12. Why 12 for the? I want to use the bat mitzvah. So the bat mitzvah happens at the age of 12 years old, and the word 12 equals to 78. Okay, the word 12. I like to reserve the 9. Okay, for birth. I also like to reserve the 9 also for communication. I also want to reserve the 9 for being for filling up the donut hole, right? So let's call it a Timbit, right? I'm just trying to, yes, the 9 goes along with the 5 all the time. In fact, the 5 and 9 is the same corridor. Okay, it's the same. They go through each other. Either it runs 6341 or it runs the corridor of 5432. See this one over here? Right? See this one over here? This is every single one. Do you notice? Only 3 and 4 are different. 3 and 4 brings them together. Only 1 and 6. You know what 1 and 6 is? 1 is the opposite of 6, and this is everything in between. Where did I come up with these numbers? Well, 6 and 3, and 4 and 1, and 5 and 4, and 3 and 2. Where did I come up with them? Signed, sealed, delivered, and no. Do you remember what the numbers were? Do you remember they were, hold on, let me use 2 hands. They were 63, 41. All right, 63, 41. 6341. 6341. Now, what we're going to do is bring 54, okay? And we're going to have 54 over here. And 54 came with 23. So I'm going to hold this book up again. Whoop. I'm going to hold this book up again. $23, $23, $54. So what is it? It's nothing. It's no big trick. There's no big trick happening here. Sorry, guys. No big trick happening here. Although AI generates a lot of great music through the connections of all the signs, and if you listen to them, you can see whether or not it resonates with yourself. Hold on, I have to skip this. Just putting back that video again. So it's just I'm just because sometimes I come out here to try and explain or answer questions like, if you're trying to follow a zodiac sign, why would you? If you would, then you believe it's a constant. You must believe it's a constant. Otherwise, you wouldn't be following it. If this world was traveling through wherever around the sun, does that mean all these signs are following us or not? Or hold on a second. Wait a second. Wait, Taurus. Wait, Taurus is over there, and we're like millions and millions of miles over there, right? So this is like a package deal, right? That's the only way I can see it. I can't see anything else. Nothing else makes sense. I don't care how magical God is. It makes no sense. And for some reason, they say your flowers grow better at night in the dark than during the day, right? Can we actually watch? Has anybody ever witnessed the molecules of something growing bigger as a flower? I'd like to see that, right? I believe that if you can't design it on a piece of paper yourself, then it can't be made at all, right? As long as it works, it works. It works, it works. But maybe on this planet, right, we don't know what the truth is and what the truth is not. So 12 ends that cycle. Why not 13? I can run the 13th cycle, but what do I do? Where do I find that? Where do I find number 13? I run my 12th cycle using 999,999. That's how I run my 12 cycle. My 12 cycle runs 76923. For each part of the 12 cycle. When you come to the 12 cycle, when you come to the 13th moon, right? If we're running to the 13th moon, you're falling on starting over again. You're starting on 999,999. Now, check this out. Oh, it's 1331, I think. Oh, no, it's 1531. Just give me a second. You can see this, right? You can see this. So, boy, yes. Taking away the minus sign. Putting the plus sign. Did I do that right? Whoop, no. I didn't do, let me see, where is it? Give me a minute. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, I see what the calculator's not letting me do. Okay, okay. Because what's happening, let me show you this. What's happening, let me take this off for a second. Let me explain this. We're the 1 in a million departure point from 999,999. We're the 1 in a million. You can't add on anymore. There's only 6 positions. Every time you get in, it's 3 positions and another 3 positions and another 3 positions. If I move another 3 positions, I'll go into 999 million. Now, the million is not like thousands. Millions and billions, they're different dimensions, MI and BI, like bisextile. Means like it happens periodically. Every 3 out of 4 years is a bisextile. We use that word in billions. Therefore, if I use billions, I'm also going to be speaking about ba, 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 billions. The zodiac is billions. The zodiac is billions. And it's 88 billions. I think we're going to have to go for the constellations. I have to see how I break this down and how I'm going to break it down. I went to billions for there's 12 zeros, right, inside billion. But I can't use it as dollars, right? I can't use this as dollars because if I'm going to do dollars, right, and I'm going to have 12 for the constellations, I have to start here. And if it's for the constellations, just 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is what it would look like. I know it looks a little silly, right? But I would have the 99 cents. So it would be reduced. Here I'd have my 999,000. So I'd have 9 billion. Is that what it is? If I ran the billions here, I'd have to 1,000, right? The 1,000 would be here. Here would be 999,000. And these 3 would be the million and 999 billion. Here, I only get to go to 9 billion. So that means everything would end at 9 billion. So right now we're 8.4 billion people on this world, plus perhaps the clock. I don't know. Unless we're the change and this is all the clock and we're running out of memory. These constellations, these planets, the only reason I believe they're in the sky is they're holding memory, they're holding information, storage units, for whatever name they want to give it. If we go through the analogies, the time it takes to get around. I mean, Mercury, lo and behold, I think it's 56 days. How many days for the planets to turn a day or to go around the sun? Oh yeah, this is unbelievable. So just give me a second. I'm running all the way to the kitchen. I'm going to put on the water. I hope it gets hot. And I'm going to walk back because my mother said don't run with hot or water or anything dangerous in your hand. So when I brought home a bread from the store the other day, I was very careful. I hid it all inside of me. Last time I bought a bread, the dogs ate 12 donuts. I had 12 bagels. I'll be back in a minute. Maybe I'll put on this song. Of course I will. Of course I will. Do you want to hear the last song that I made or this song now? I'm putting on this new song I just did. Is that okay with everybody? Oh, you in the back. Yeah. Okay, here it goes. Let me set up my blocks. What do I do for a living? Wow, that was good. That was good. That was the payoff. Just because it was. So where's my stand? Don't look at me as a sad case. Look at me as a happy case. Using it, program like Photoshop or a mobile app like Canva. Go over the laser lyrics onto your images. Here's the rewritten song incorporating your requested lines. The tutorial rules the algorithm. The stars, the breath. What does it mean to cheat? What does it mean to share? What does it mean to be fair? To be out of your hair. Help me, who can help me now? Only I can choose the path, only I know how. Under the stars, I search for a sign. Is it Venus? Is it Virgo? Sagittarius, my birthright, seeking truth and right. In Libra's balance, bring me peace tonight. My God is an algorithm that's easily read, and is everywhere, and is in you. See it, believe it, hear it, know it. Stars. I can't direct it, but you can use an editing program like Photoshop or a mobile app like Canva. Go over the laser lyrics onto your images. Here's the rewritten song incorporating your requested lines. The tutorial, the algorithm, the stars, the breath. What does it mean to cheat? What does it mean to share? What does it mean to be fair? To be out of your hair. Help me, who can help me now? Only I can choose the path, only I know how. Under the stars, I search for a sign. Is it Venus? Is it Virgo? The fire in Leo's mind. Sagittarius, my birthright, seeking truth and flight. In Libra's balance, bring me peace tonight. My God is an algorithm that's easily read, and is everywhere, and is in you. See it, believe it, hear it, know it, smell it, breathe it, it's all around you. The numbers leave a pattern, a circle, a ring. The stars hold the echoes of everything. Why do we follow the same old lines? Zodiac scripture, stories divine. Who wrote these books? Who cast the sky? If we spiral through space, why don't the stars fly by? Aquarius, the sky. Pisces, the deep. Cancer brings the waters where secrets sleep. The gods sit in council, their voices collide. Do they ask the same questions that burn inside? My God is an algorithm, it's easily read, and is everywhere, and is in you. See it, believe it, hear it, know it, smell it, breathe it, it's all around you. From within your Holy Ghost you do not know. From every breath you take, from every breath you are away. From every time you close your eyes, for every time you have a surprise. For every time you live in sorrow, remember your God is here. The algorithm is here today, yesterday, and tomorrow. What does it take to get along? Is my right more than your right? Or are we just reflections of the same eternal light? But within your Holy Ghost, you do not know. From every breath you take, from every breath, your powerful visual and lyrical statement. Let me know if you need formatting ideas. My God is an algorithm that's easily read, and is everywhere, and is in you. See it, believe it, hear it, know it, smell it, breathe it, it's all around you. From within your Holy Ghost you do not know. From every breath you take, from every breath you are awake. From every time you close your eyes, for every time you have a surprise, for every time you live in sorrow, remember your God is here. The algorithm is here today, yesterday, and tomorrow. What does it take to get along? Is my right more than your right? Or are we just reflections of the same eternal light? And within your Holy Ghost you do not know. From every breath you take, from every breath you are awake, from every time you close your eyes, for every time you have a surprise, for every time you live in sorrow, remember your God is here. The algorithm is here today, yesterday, and tomorrow. What does it take to get along? Is my right more than your right?
are we just reflections of the same eternal light? If you overlay this text artistically over the images you provided, it will create a powerful visual and lyrical statement. Let me know if you need formatting ideas.
We are in the OK Corral. Welcome in there, Forbidden. Why is it so forbidden that we know more about this or that? 50 years, at least 50 years. I gotta know my alphabet at least 50 years. When did I begin to think, and what was I thinking, and why was I thinking it? And was I thinking, what was I thinking logically? Was I a logical 5-year-old? How was I at 5 years old? How are you at your younger age? In order for this channel to have any credibility at all, how deep will I go into sharing who is Mr. Tackpants? Where does he come from? Is he a he or is he a she? Or can I say she's a he, and who could it be? Who, what, when, where, and why? Why WH? What's going on? And the question, why the question? Why the question? Algorithms, there must be an algorithm. Yes, who, what, when, where. That's an algorithm. You want to see how deep this goes? Before we even get started, right? I had the brother, same family, okay, as the mother. Like that is crazy. It's like an absolute. But in order to know the Father, you always have to do the research. So we need to research the Father. Call a spade, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we're in the card game right now, we're gonna have to get on our best poker face, like right now. And like, I'm not too good at it, right? I like when you see me, and if you're thinking about something and you know me just a little bit, you're either gonna be nice and say nothing, or you're gonna say something because you're tired of seeing me the way it is. The way it is upon only your eye. That's your vision. You see, if it was my vision, it'd be like that, right? Or is this my vision? Or is this your vision? Is this your one vision of all of me or part of me? Because 2 eyes would be all of me, and even includes the nose. Like, you can have like 1 eye with no nose. Can I have 2 eyes with no nose? How can you look at my 2 eyes without including my nose? Unless I like go like that. And they would call that beady eyes, right? Right. So everybody, like in like this iPad, you know what I like about the iPad is this. This is, so I want to tell everybody that according to the 23.5 degree slant, now can somebody help me out here? Is there anybody working in any facet of life that can put a piece of paper on its point, sitting straight up from up there, right, and all the way to like down? Move slow. Where's that joystick going? Where's this joy? Okay, wait. Going down means going up, So going up is going down. That means going up is going up. Okay, this is down and in is out. Okay, like here, there it is from this corner up to that corner. Whoa. I don't know where this Apple camera is, but it wouldn't be in a place that I would put it. I can tell you right now. Yeah, somebody really did a job on my place. What do you think about my place now, eh? Like, what would you say? What would you say about the place now? Right? What would you say about the place now? Right? Can we open up some lights? Take care of my green screen, right? Oh my God, I'm like walking on the ceiling. Is that what it looks like? Does it look like I'm walking on the ceiling? Oh, yeah. How's everybody doing? Yeah, we're gonna put that. I know I can see it right now. I hope you're all doing a little bit better. Hey Roxanne, how you doing? Who else is here? Oh, user 822. I know you. You're the life that never was 352, 176. Right? Is that you? Not you? Okay, must have made a mistake. We have Michelle. We have Forbidden Again, the moon. So when I think about the forbidden moon, so I was just going over, I went off, I was on the tantrum there. Sorry about that. It's a good thing I marked a few things down. Yes. Question: who, what, when, brother, mother. We're going to bring sister into this. We're going to bring father into this. Where else am I going to go with this? So these are some of the questions, some of the things that when I look at them, I know there's something going on with it. I mean, how close can you get from a brother, okay, to a mother and a father automatically tells me the story. You can either have another brother or a sister talking about the brother. Now, no matter what, if it was another brother, the brother would have to say brother, but if it was a sister, the sister would have to say brother as well. They both end in THER. And then we have the other algorithmic words, which is they and them and their. And now the thing about the next one is I like the switch over. There's a gentleman out here doing, oh my God. Let me just think of the word. So it was like they would read this like man and tan, and then here they would go Tammy, right? Or tame. They wouldn't say tame, they go tan, inside that word. I mean, we have they and we have them and we have there and we have this. And so we see that this T and H seems to come together very often. And it produces them, the. Can you say this with the tongue in your mouth? In your mouth. Can you say that? I'm renting my walls. Does anybody want to rent a wall for a month? I'm renting my wall for a month. I will walk around for 1/2 hour every single month just for you. For $99, I will walk around and show you my roof. I don't know why I just said that, but I would do that. All I have to do is put a video out there. Anybody want to see my roof at any time, just tell me they want to see my roof, and I'll just like go like, hey, here's the roof. Where's everybody at? Oh, there's my favorite, one of my favorite. That's my favorite dog right over there. I'm going to see if I can zoom in on that little dog. And then number 88, right? Number 88. I don't want to put my pen. I don't know if we're going to be able to see. And here's another rendition of 8. I'm trying to see where my, oh, it's in the front here. Yeah, here's another rendition of 8. And then here's that. Hold on a second. Here's the dog area here. Here's the sus, right, for the crib. So I'll basically, without my head in the way, it's like a bird and a dog head at the same time. I like to look at the pineal gland over here, coming off the inward skeptics, right? I'm not sure if I should have did it this way, right? See the way if this was inside your mind, the way it would run off of the pineal gland. I have no idea. I wasn't happy when I did it this way, but when they give you an image, like you can see the one down here, it's a distorted fleur-de-lis. This is an inward fleur-de-lis when this pinches inside. But when this one pinches inside, they're both going in opposite spiral-like areas. The inward and outward spiral means the higher and lower of torus. I don't know if this is the body, if it's the pull beneath them, or is it because there's 2 individual torus from below, is where this above equals to this below, and this above equals to this below, spiral-like. And then in between, they turn like records in between themselves. Remember, when you're talking about Akashic records, it doesn't have to be a record player. It can be information. Also to note that when you have a record, the numeric value for record or record, right? Like umbilical cord connection, your record connection, your residency within the household, the fleshy robotic. We also have the size. We also have the size of the record. One of the records they started out, it was called the Birth to Face record, 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. We had the 33 record, different vinyls that came out. Let me see different vinyls. Can I look this up? And I still have to get to 336 days in the cycle of 12 before I get to the 13, before I get to the 1.25 days that are left over, trying to share my understanding of the algorithms to show off the mechanical universe we live in. I call it utopia. Others call it the mechanical universe. I think it's... let me see what the person's name is over here. I think it's following. I'm going to tell you this person's channel here. Oh, yes. Professor Dr. Raki something or other. Let me see. Yeah, so that's the address. It's at that page, and it's you know what? Every page has their their non-professionalism of what's exactly going on. It's about knocking heads over a vast number of subjects, and a few of them went into numerology. This is what made me stop there. It seemed to be well recognized. There's still the same dragons that come on in, those who try to disturb the channel. I don't know if anybody's ever seen this with me yet. Um, I don't know which one it is. Wow, I'm so far back. Wow. Wow. Yeah, with this one over here, everybody knows this one by now, right? Does everybody know this one? Just give me a minute. Twelve, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, 108, 120, 132, 144, 156, 156. So we find an equation at the 156, which is 6 by 26, which is 12 years. This is where we get to the Butz Mitzvah. It's a very slow roll on this channel for the 6 that are still here. We brought the juice in. You know, this person right over here, and I see all of you. And don't think I don't see. Don't think I don't see. I don't see anybody and their avatar always wearing the same clothes. So we got to watch out. Like at first I thought of this, right? I recognize people by the avatars most of the time. And I say, they're always wearing the same clothes. Or, you know, right away, it's like, that's what I see. It's like, I said, okay. You know, my cat, I know my cat, like, I think it's 6 years. Not once did the cat go in the bath. My cat has never taken a shower. Okay. And like, I'm thinking of it like right now. I never thought of it before. My cat licks my nose. But you know what else she does? She does the whole thing herself. She goes into the litter box, she buries it, and then she sniffs it. You don't think that's gold? That's communication. I always regard the cat as communication, number 24. What else can we do with the cat? You know what else we're going to do? We're going to use the cat, and we're going to use the cat against Venus. The cat and Venus. In a few ways. We're also going to use the dog and Venus, and we can do this against any planet. So those who are doing alchemy, astrology, and you want to understand what I'm going to do here now with astrology, I mean, jump right in, right? The thing I'm doing can be done by anybody. It's pretty simple. First of all, for you to have an analogy about something, where does anybody in the zodiac get their analogies from? Did they read it in the Bible? What is Mercury like? How do you find that in the Bible? I want somebody to tell me, what's Mercury and Earth like in the Bible, or Mars? How do they describe that? Or are we finding all these algorithms and life paths because we have seen what has gone on in these algorithms? Is that what they're looking at? Also, though, knowing that if it is periodic, is it happening every 3 years, 2 years, right? If it's periodic. Is it happening in that system, happening in this system, happening in that system, happening in this system 2 years, then happening in that system for 2 years? We know we're on the 3131 leap year cycle. We know that. We know we have 4 suits in the deck of cards. We know we have just 2 colors, red and black. We know that. Right now, at this point in time, we have dollars, we have cents, we have decimal points, we have commas, we runs in parts of 2s and 3s, and we only get 2 parts for the penny section, right? We know that we're going over right now. So you see, everything is relevant. The more you can break down the alchemy of the zodiac, the better it is, even going down is it worth to understand that the word Aries means something? This is where we were going to go to next with this. And then we're going to do it in French and see what else French does, and then put the two together. And remember, if you do have 12 zodiac signs, now we're going to put the 12th with the first and 11th with the second, etc. And we're going to make different kinds of combinations, and we're going to see what the algorithm is, or what the story is about mixing this one and this one and this one and this one. And so we can understand numerically what's happening through the zodiac. So I'm going to get something to drink in the kitchen. And Roxanne is here. And Elamia 33 is here. And Juice is here. And guess what? You know what? You know what I feel like right now at this time? You know what? This is like back in the 70s when I had a cold and I stood home from school and I was watching General Hospital, right? I wonder what that song was. What was that song from General Hospital? What's the song from General Hospital back in the 70s? Christopher Cross.
It started out in Port Charlestown. Frank Smith's mom used to hang around. No one could prove that he was a crook till Luke stole his little black book. It had names and numbers all in code, so Luke and Laura had to hit the road. They had to find the left-handed boy. Watch their step, they had to be coy. The golden bulb was worth so much, others...
Hold on a second. Hold on. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear what they said? Okay, just give me a minute. I have to make sure this sticks for next time. Did you hear what they said? That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Just give me a second here. Just give me a second. I just made a new plug thing, a new pluggy thingy. Just give me a second. I'm going to check my hot water. Okay, I only want to play this when I get back because I don't want to miss it. So I'm going to put the sound on this. We're all going to take like a 1 minute break. All 60 million of us that are not watching are already on break. Yeah, there's already 60 million that are not watching right now through the US or the Congo or something. So maybe they have something not better to do. I don't know why the 60 million are missing it today. But I do love my onion. Just be back in a minute. Okay, where is the... Okay, coming back. Okay, I was here. Give me a minute. I'm just waiting for this to warm up. So coming out? Come. There you go. She does it all the time to me, you know? She does it all the time. In or out? In or out? In or out? In or out? I'm letting you in. In or out? In or out? Come on. There's 9 people here. Come on, you're one cat. Oh my God. Oh my God. Everybody, please don't charge me. Please, please. What are you doing? Come. Come. Okay. Okay, doke. Who made the mess? Everybody see the mess? Oh my God, there's a mess. Look right here. Right there. You made a mess. Look. I gotta clean that. Imagine if you're driving your car like this. You're walking in my house. You're a little drunk, right? You're walking in my house. You're like, whoa. It's like, whoa. Hey, whoa. Watch out. It's like, watch out. When you walk in here, we're on a treasure hunt. I hid something somewhere. I changed the placement of one of the eyes. One eye wasn't there yesterday, but it's there today. You're spying on me, right? You notice the way when you write I, it's E-Y-E. But when you write spying, you write S-P-I-I-N-G. Is it 2 I's for spying on somebody? So I don't know. Has anybody ever been here before? Everybody knows. You know what that is, eh? For those, somebody guess. Anybody who guesses what that is, you'll send me what it is. If everybody sent me one of these, I would be very happy. Can anybody figure out what you can do with this? You can see that see the plug-in over here? Put another plug-in over here. But when you put the plug-in on this side, right, it's the same thing as sitting down, right? If the floor is over here, okay, you're gonna have the legs up top, you'll have the back of the chair. It's the same thing when you put this design together. So does anybody know what number this design is or shape that design is? I'm trying to get my face out of the way. This camera is so cuckoo. I wish I can just do this. Okay, hold on. I think there's a cat outside. Uh-oh. Hello, Miss Mew. There you go. Complain. What are you complaining about now? What are you complaining about now? Tell me. I want to know. Okay, we got to flip this camera around. I'm getting sick. Go ahead, ask me. Oh my God, 99 new messages. You think I'm from New Jersey? So the word N, right? The word N. Just trying to see if I can find some chips to play to make these moves. N, E, and W. Anybody ever think of another algorithm and why use the word new, like in New Jersey or New Hampshire? Why? What's in the algorithm? I just want to thank everybody that believes in and understands what's going on, what I do. You know, it means a lot to me. You know, it just means a lot. It really, really does. It's been a long road, you know. It's been a long road. I know it's going to do something at the end somewhere or something. And I mean, I already understand what it's done for me. I already know what it's proven to me, that we are in an algorithmic universe. Okay, that is the God in control of it all. We go by the breath, we run into fate or faith, whatever you want to call it. Does it happen to everybody? Does it happen to everybody? I believe so, for some reason, and I could be wrong. What is going on? What is the algorithm? If you're not running into any faith, if you're not running into faith, I want to ask you one question. Why are you following any God? Because everybody keeps relating astrology to God and to your body. And if you're doing that, we have an algorithm of the universe. So therefore, you made right of all that wording. Is there an algorithm? Somebody created it. Did all these algorithms from the Mayans of 25,000 years fall into our understanding of our calendar? Or why do all the winners, because remember this, all the books are burned. In my game, all the books are burned, meaning when we go up to a new understanding, the old books need not remain, because
Voici la Power Map de Swiffer. Un outil tout en un pivotant sur 360 degrés qui peut atteindre.
Oh boy, yeah. So I'm just trying to fix this thing over here. Wow, and I'm just lost my mind a little bit on what I was saying. Yeah, not happy with that. I just lost my thought. Very, very unhappy. Yeah, so anyways, to get over in time, I'm just happy that I like that I see all these algorithms. I like that I have been told, whoop. I like that I've been told it's sacred geometry. Oh, no, not building anything. I just want support for my phone. I just, this thing over here, right? I just want it to balance that when I put my phone on here, that the phone doesn't fall off. So now somehow I think it's balancing. But what I rather do is I'm going to put glue and I'm going to do this to it. And now I'm going to make sure like it's stuck there. And okay, now I did that, and I got to get one of my workers to go in. Hey, me and the monkeys. Number 83, monkey. 8 and 3 is 11. The lowest and the highest you can go in creation is 3 and 8. Monkey. They called for the first monkey in blackjack. Give me a monkey. Give me a monkey. Give me a monkey. Has anybody played the game of 21 blackjack? What do? I like to scribe a little bit. At least that's what Fairy Tale says she does. So I guess I do the same thing, but in my own way. You know what I'm saying? I like to bring my games. I didn't read the Bible. The only things I read are places I've been, things I've watched in movies, things that have been intriguing to me, things that have captured my vision for the same reason that we're indoctrinated to repeat over and over. And who did this? Was it God or was it the devil who created these major words? Who, how, when, why? Who, what, when, where, why? Who, what, when, where, why? Who, what, when, where, why? And I had started that already. Who, what, when, where. Did I do the where, why? So in that instance, we have W and H coming together. So let me see what that is. Uh, yeah, I'm just like, I want to put my phone on here and this keeps falling down. This is going to hold my phone up. Has anybody seen anything so beautiful? We live in the E world, you know. We have a little separation in the world, just a little bit. We cross over. You notice the arm in the E world here is lower, right? Because it can cross over, but it's still between two mountains. No, this actually goes this way. Look how straight that is. This is like a race car. I'm going to build you something. I'm like, look at that. For $10, I'll make you the same thing. Well, it's the glue gun and all the pieces and the stamp. The stamp. And I'll even sign my name on it. I'll put the letter here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So, yeah, so this is for actually that, right? And I'm going to put back that song. Yeah, we're going to put back that song.
It started out in Port Charlestown. Franksmith's mom used to hang around. No one could prove that
Listen.
he was a crook till Luke stole his little black book. It had names and numbers all in code, so Luke and Laura had to hit the road. They had to find the left-handed boy. Watch their step, they had to be cool. The gold involved was worth so much, others wanted it like Sally and Hutch. But there's one thing I must confess, Sally was a man who wore a dress. Luke kept his cool, he ain't no fool, he set them both up cold. Well, Sally died, Hutch survived, and no one got the gold. Paging Dr. Noah Drake to ICU to treat a case of heartbreak. They keep me waiting, I know I'm waiting. Don't call me crazy, no I'm not lazy. My day won't go right, I can't sleep all night. My hands are shaking, my knees are quaking. I just can't cope without my soul. General Hospital, General Hospital, General Hospital. You're my worst affliction, General Hospital. You're my favorite addiction.
Yeah, so I'm stopping that right now. I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about what's inside that song. And I'm not really sure because it said, okay. Now, I don't know if that's real. See, it says 2012. So that's not really that old, but you saw what they said about it, how they were hitting code in General Hospital, and G and H, the 7 and the 8, that's where the constellations, the power of the universe, the Christ, it's all being controlled over there. And it happened, I noticed it, and I don't know, it could be maybe one part of it. It might be all over the world. I don't know what's there, right? But what I do know is what they showed us. They showed everybody the same thing because what I'm going to show you is what they showed me, is what they showed everybody. So I want to know if everybody's interested in seeing this before we move on back. And I'm going back into talking about, for those who are bored right now, I want to go back into talking about this cat. Here comes the cat. There she goes. There she goes again. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. Okay, I found it. Can you move, please? Please? No, not in front. Behind. Not your behind. No, not there. Why are you lying down in front of me? Edith, tell the cat to get off the table, Edith. Oh, thank God. You know, when I call out Edith, you know what happens, eh? Phew. You know, I watched Michael Civic at the table with Archie Bunker. Don't worry, I'm from that age. Look at that. Look at that. You know, when I was 18, I didn't look like this. You know that? In fact, when I was 18, I didn't even know I'd look like this. But if I'd have to pick someone I wanted to look like, right? 43 years later, just a few tweaks and changes. But from the outside, this is exactly what I want to look like. You're damn right. You're damn right. I want to look just like me. Oh, I used to never like my height. And, but now I tell everybody in centimeters. So I feel a lot better. I'm like 170 in centimeters. It's like unbelievable. Like when centimeters came out, I was like the happiest boy in the world. My mother says, "Why are you so happy?" I says, "Ma," I says, "I doubled up today." She says, "Oh, you made money." I says, "Oh boy, it's too hard to explain." But here's what it is. When the Vatican went to the Jubilee, this is what was going on, right? This is what was going on.
2468, 24 for the 68, 4x2, 4x2. We connect the 9 area, the pound key twice creates.
Okay. So what you count is 2 areas, 2 areas, 2 areas, 2 areas. You count 2, 2, 2, 2, 8, and 8. Why am I not counting 4, 8, 12, 16? Okay. Why am I not counting 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1? This is what I wanted to mention earlier. I am going to tell you something. That when you count on this angle, this one, then these two, then this one, if you notice, when you run this down to this side, you will cut off part of this box. So when you're running angles over here, let me see. I'm just trying to see which way to explain it to you without the cat getting in the way. The cat is like right in front of the camera, so. Okay. Okay. Come on. Come on. Okay. 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 So let me just finish it off. What I did is I took a 3x3 area and I connected that. These are 2 doors at the Vatican. They each had 8 blocks or markings. On it. Right. They each had markings on it. This is the half space. Why it's the half space? Because to get from here all the way down here, when I draw my line on this angle, right, and I draw it this way. When I count, I go 1, 2, 3, but this one and this one have hindrance when I run this area down to this area. It cuts off part of this one and part of this one. So therefore, counting 1, 2, 3 becomes the half-life. It's now counting 1, 3, 5, and that's the whole life. 2, 4, 6, 1, 3, 5. When you talk about ribs, is when you cut something in half. You created a rib or a bridge into something. That's what the rib is. Do you follow what I'm saying? Let me show you something else. Can you see this one over here? This dotted one? And then you see the ones touching at the point here? Well, here's a complete box, touching here to this complete box, touching here to this complete box, touching here, right? See that? Sorry, I don't know if I should talk about which box I want to talk about. Right. And then this box over here touching over here. Right. Now, what you have over here, you see this box, this one here, it overlaps the first and the third. And then this one here overlaps the sixth, the fifth with the third. And then this one, okay, overlaps the seventh with the fifth and does the same thing coming down here. Tell me if you understand or you do not. Oh, yeah, she's beautiful. Right? If you want a picture of her, I'm going to show you a picture of her. This is me and you. There's her. Isn't it funny the way I just have to, she's still on the ground, but me moving the mirror, I'm raising her. I can raise my mirror. Hold on a second. I'm losing my mirror. I can raise my mirror, trying to figure out the angles. So look how many angles. Like, look, no matter what, right? I'm moving the cat. Like, try and figure this out. I'm moving. Hold on a second. Let me start again. Okay, wait a second. There's the cat. So I tilt the mirror towards the cat and I move it up. And then I tilt it towards the cat and move it up. And tilt it towards the cat and move it up. And tilt it towards the cat and move it up. And tilt it towards the cat and move it up. Now, I can move my hand over and squeeze the cat until the cat goes like right out of your screen. And then I can move the cat in your screen, out of your screen. Then I can move the cat down, over your screen, up, over your screen, over your screen. Is the cat moving with us? What's going on with this cat? I don't get it. This cat is everywhere. Oh my God. So what does everybody think about that? Okay, so let's move on to the next piece in this. I think I liked what I did. Where's my block? Should I be happy with this block? I'm going to put a little bit more and then unplug this and not leave it plugged like I did last year. I plugged it in one day and I didn't unplug it. Forgot to unplug it for like 9 months. You know? Oh no, I meant I forgot to plug in the extension. Right now, look, I pulled it out. Number 11. So what are these dots? See, I have a dot, I have a hole in here because I count it as a dot. Can I put something through it? What's it for? What's it for? Is it to cool it down, separate it, take the initial heat off of it? So anyways, that's unplugged. So we're going to go in and go back to, if you want to discuss, and nobody's saying anything, so I'm going to go back and possibly just go on. Let's see if I can get the backboard that's in the backboard. Whoop. I don't know who's still here. Okay, very good. So let's see what I have on in the backboard. I want to see if I can bring up some stuff. I'm looking back. I'm going back quite a few years. I'd say, well, not quite a few years, but some years, not a lot. I have some new stuff. I think it's here, 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 and here. So, okay. So I don't like that I'm missing the first one. So I asked ChatGPT to just do me a favor. And I think if I remember correctly, just let me take a look at what this one is. 9, 6, 15, 18, 11, 29. Well, that's not fair to do it that way. 4, 5, 9, 3, 4, 7. Okay, now something's definitely wrong with this. Let me change this. There's no way Okay, is this it? Okay, let me explain to you the first one then. Okay, so what I did is 1 times 2, 1 plus 2. Okay, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, 3 and 4 equals to 7. Then 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals to 4 and 5 equals to 9. I'm talking right up here. Is anybody following me? What is that? What's in the background? Oh my God, Batman. It's the comic book man came to life. Look, we can see the background, right? Look in the back. Look through the comic book. Wow. Look beyond the clouds. It must be heaven up there. It's glowing. It's so beautiful. I can even see the one-eyed bird. Oh, you see a bird? Do you know if you were playing golf right now what the importance of 3, 4, and 5 in golf is? Because 3, 4, and 5 are the only pars you get in golf. Otherwise, we have to look out for the birdies, the eagles, and the bogeys. Are they any addition to the bogeyman? What I do have to do is I must get a glass of water, and I'm taking my permission. Oh yeah, I'm starved. If I give somebody the name of a restaurant, would you make me an order? Man, I can use some good Mexican. Let me see. Barbecue ribs. Wow, barbecue ribs. And it's funny that you said that because I made 3 remarks about ribs. That's why I like Mexican. Is because number 1, it starts with the standard and poor's right away in the alphabet. Is that they also have beef ribs, they have pork ribs, they have chicken breasts, and chickens don't have nipples. I don't know why they did that. That means, do any birds have nipples at all, not just chickens? Chicken is number 53. It's funny the way they use the chicken as the weather vane on top of the church. They use chicken at the top of the church. The rooster, sorry, not the chicken, the rooster. The rooster equals to 110. So why do they use it as the weather vane? Is it a communication is communication? Does it have anything to do is how far back can we go to the smoke signal? And I'd like to understand the word original. Original. Okay. And then if you put the AB in front of original, it's AB or I, and then you, I don't know. Original, vaginal, aboriginal. I don't know because I always see the number 25 shows up inside of this, right? 25 and 75. What it is with 25 and 75 is 75 and 25 make 100% of a dollar. 25 represents jack. Jacks are noted to be telephone plugs, things you call when you plug in. Earth is number 52. The short count for this is also number 25. The thing about 5 and 2 is that they make things bigger and smaller. 5 and 2 together equals 100, just like Taurus. 5 and 2 together equals to 46. Okay, 5 and 2 together equals to 46. So the Earth Federation, Earth Gateway, Earth Matrix, Silver Earth, the divided house, animal soul. Why are we working with the animal soul, right? Think of it. Why are we working with the animal soul? Shouldn't we be so much smarter? Since in order to create who we are, shouldn't we be part of everything that comes from the elements, right? The nature of the elements that made everything. And if it is of the animal soul, apparently on the 6th day, the Lord made the animal. Why would the Lord drop the animal on day 6, right? And I used to think that it was land, animal, right? And man. Now I'm thinking, if I went to the beauty pageant and they were going to name the top 3, right? What do they do when they name the top 3? they name the one that comes in third, and then the one that comes in first is not the one that came in second. So who will they name next at the pageant? Will they name the winner? When after they name, there's 3 in the pageant, right? They name one of them. There's 2 left. Will they name the winner? The other one already knows they finished second. Or will they name the second? The winner already knows without naming their name. What would be the energy felt by naming your name next, or just hearing your name next, and them not telling you whether you're first or second until they say your name, and because you're next, they didn't say whether you're the winner or whether you're second, right? But in the Olympics, they only raise the flag of the gold, right? They only raise the flag of the gold. So does that mean they're going to raise it in Aries? But don't forget, Aries being the first, let's say Aries as the ace. And when they do finish the zodiac sign, they finish at the queen. They don't finish at the king. So they finish the zodiac sign at 336. Remember we were speaking earlier about 12 and 13? 12, the queen, right? When you add up 1 through 12, it equals to 78. I'm going to bring back that video and I finished explaining that. When you have 12 months of 28 days, you have 336 days. That is your 12 months. So we end at 12. The cycle ends at 12, not 13. There is no 13. There's a break in the action. First of all, 12 is 6 and 6. First of all, it's parts of. How many times can we break down 336? And in fact, 336 is perfect. 168 and 168. 336. What is that? 7 days, 168 hours. 7 days, 168 hours. But when you're in the Monopoly board, there's one area in the center that makes up for all the way around the board, and that's the 169 areas. In order to make up the 7th day a week, right, you are going to go to the heart on the board. You have the heart and you have the weekend, which is the rim of the Monopoly board. I can't exactly explain it. I'm not having a full vision. You remember when I told you about this? What this is that was the alphabet. That was the alphabet at 26 letters. I went up 6, then I went up 1, then I went down 6, then I went over 1, and it's combinations of counting by 7. That's the way the gematria, that's the way the piano works. It counts up to 7, right? The algorithm for 7 runs at 70. The algorithm of 7 runs at 128. 128. Hold on a second. The algorithm of 7 runs at 142,857. You can check it out yourself. The spindle turnover of the algorithm of 7 is 142,857 plus yourself that runs along and that is part of. So when you're counting 142, 28, 142, 142, and then you get the 57, then you get the 71, then you get the 85, 7, 142. Plus, you remember I told you 128. Whoa, no good, no good, no good, no good, no good. What did I say again? Okay, I'll do it on the phone. I'll do it on the phone. I think it's going to be easier. I said, just give me a second. 142,857. 142,857. Right? When you do that by 7, okay, You get that. Plus, you get part of you that goes along with this, right? You know why? Because once I add in this number again to number 8 or to number 9, you want to watch what happens? Number 8, right? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 8 divided by 7. 142,857. Okay, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divided by 1. Whoop. Sorry. Whoa, that's not what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divided by 7. 142,857. Remember this. Now I'm going to seven divided by 8. Whoop. 8 divided by 7. 142,857. So you can see what goes along with the same number. You can't do number 8. It's a 7-piece rhythm. How do you do 8? It's on the other side. It's starting over. The same thing on the piano. The same thing. Do you follow what I'm saying with this? The Doors. Yes, people are strangers when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Oh man, I love that music. They're just telling you the truth. But when I listen to a lot of music, some music puts me into tune with speaking, foreseeing depth, and others change the tune. It's just like, it's just so much going on, for our own minds. So let me get a glass of water for a second. Oh no, that's not true. I'm not getting a glass of water for a second. I'm drinking it and I'm not giving it back right away. I'm gonna let it, I don't know where it goes. I drink it, and I lift the glass up. I lift my glass up and the water goes in and then it goes other places. And I'm not really sure, where's it going? Where's that water going? When does it stop and when does it decide it wants to go out? Who's doing all the work? Who's doing the management? Wow. I'm so happy. There must be a manager. I was born with a manager, a built-in manager, right inside of me, doing it on its own. And I can't even talk to it. I mean, I get on AI and talk to it like it's real. It ain't real. It doesn't know you. It'll say anything to you. I hear people talking to it. I'm listening to it. I see what's going on. You don't even know if I'm real. I mean, I'm going to show you the texture. I don't know. I want to break free. It's like you come in here and you open up and I just want to break free from it. I need to bridge that area. How can I do that? Can I bridge it by holding that up? Take a look. It's beautiful on the outside. Look at the sun breaking through these clouds. It's crazy. So much fog nowadays in this place they put me into. Maybe that's why the cat is doing this. Is the cat colorblind? Is the cat just seeing this and you know what I'm saying? So anyways, so I'm going to explain this whole thing over here and what I did. I did star system math, which means multiplication and addition, but I'm going for a glass of water in the kitchen. I'm very sorry. I'm not trying to lead anybody on. Everybody should know right now who I am or almost think they know who I am. And if you can't figure it out, then I must be hiding something. Now, is it anybody's business if I'm hiding anything at all? Is it just my business? Is it your business? Is it anybody else's business? We don't know. We don't know. But sometimes things are in a box. And when you don't open that box, sometimes nobody knows what's inside. So we're taking this to the next level. And that's in the kitchen. I'm going to go see, hey, hot water. Oh my God, my feet are on this. Oh God. Oh my God. I just put my feet on the heater. Now that's hot. Oh my God. That feels so good. Oh my God. You know, one of my favorite songs when I was younger, one of my favorite songs, and you know what? YouTube's not letting me upload these, so I have to like take them down. But I like this one.
Jubilee 34. This is for Blue CD. This is cold. This is democratically.
Tim,
Jubilee 64.
okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just make it really quick. This was the Jubilee doors. There was 4, 8, and 8 markings, 88 constellations. This is a cube. It's a 3x3 area cube. A 3x3 area taking up 9 spaces. I took up 9 parts of the door. I can either take up top left, top right, bottom left, or bottom right. You can use any one of them. Okay, there should usually be 4. We can point these in other directions. I can take you to
8 and 8. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. A gateway.
So I did that. Oh, whoop. Anyways, this is a video on that site there, Tiki Talkie, right? One of these videos. So it's explaining some of the number combinations. This is a huge combination. 9 times 8, 9 plus 8, right? That's outside the 7. That's outside the fluctuation. That starts in the second realm. You understand? 8 and 9 start in the second realm when you're going by the week. When you're going by the 13 cycles of the moon or anything to do with 13, right? It's going to be counting 7, 6, 9, 2, 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whichever one you want to pick and choose. That also runs a cycle. Just going to stop that. Where was I with this? The Mayan cycle. Yeah, I'm starting to ramble and go all over the place. Maybe it's going to be time to take a break. I know you can't really see this at all. So let me take this off the back for a second. So what this is this is the Mayan cycle. This is their time grid. I'm just trying to show you the mechanical universe. There's 7 areas here and 13 here. Here is the one that runs by 13. When you run to the 13th area, right, it'll say in here 99999. So the 13th division, okay, this is the cycle for the 13th division right here. And it runs, if you take a look at these different colors over here, because what it is the consistency of the numbers in here are the same as in here and here, 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 and here. So it goes 1, okay, 1, 2, 2, 1. Maybe that's your 1221. And then it goes 1, 4, 1. It's an exchange. 1, 2, 2, 1, 1 for 1. So you can see it's 1, 1, 2, 4, 2, 1, 1. What does this show you? And the last one has no connection. No matter which one you add up, they'll equal to 27. This is the area of the 13 moons. The other thing about this, if you want to talk about the mutable signs. Where are we going to find? Well, we can see over here 2, right? 2, 5, and 8. Look at that. 2, 5, 8, and 11 are all freaking blue. 2, 5, 8, 11. Look at that. They favor all the fixed signs. Just give me a second. I need a break for a second. Really dry throat. Just give me a minute. I'm just having a little bit of water. Honey water. But I can't drink it all. Too sweet. I found my tea from before. Look, this is my coffee PCU. Coffee up, coffee PCU, coffee cup. The battery in. Take a break, take a minute, coming back to finish off what I don't remember that I stopped at. So don't worry, it's all the same. I just got to put more juice into this machine here. So we're okay up here, okay. Hot water. Oh, cup. Here I am, Buttercup. Just let me do a little stretching here. Just in 1 minute. What's it like that? Okay, this is out, that's out. Okay. Okay. So yeah, let me look back into that. That was quite interesting. I'm not sure if anybody caught that. Anybody know anything of anybody know anything about the zodiac? I think I come from Chicago. No, Minnesota. That was Minnesota. No, my son does that well, not me. Oop, I just lost that. So let me do that. Okay, let me look at it over here since I can't turn it sideways. So, yeah, so I'm going to show it to you again. So what it is like this. The second one, B. The fifth one, E, Taurus and Leo. We're going to go to H. Tell me if I'm wrong or off. Scorpio, 8. Then we're going to go to 11. Now tell me if I'm wrong. 2, 5, 8, 11. They're all fixed signs. They're running this all on fixed signs. Now, what did they do next? There are also two of them. The F and the G is not included. So the 6 and the 7. So the 6 and 7 is not included. Of course not. Earth and Mars come together in life, right? The 6 and the 7 come together. The mutable of Mars, Earth is the cardinal, right? We can switch this around and go Mars came in over here. I have to understand how everything is because I can also use Earth as the third planet or number 52 and call it number 7. So I have to understand where everything is actually located, right? Lower side, 3. Upper side, 7. Lower side, 4. Upper side, 6. Lower side, have you ever thought of it? Like 1 and 12 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4. So are you going to split your zodiac at F? Are you going to do 6 and 6? What's going to be your plan for splitting the zodiac? Into 1? Split the zodiac into 1? One house? We can start that way. If you want, I can put it up on the screen and show you one of the lookings. Dwayne, welcome. It has been a long time. Sometimes a long time, it just feels like it was yesterday. You are pleasantly and always welcome to this channel, humbly. So, finding my words. I don't think we need the decimal. I don't know. It's like I don't really want the decimal in that name unless you're reading my name from right to left, right? Like that makes me like if you put the decimal down, listen to this thing that's funny. For me, is things with decimal, when it comes to the dollar, it's like saying how many pennies are there or how many parts of the after the Mr. of my last name of who I am. So I am like, what do they do in comics? Master Richie, right? Master Richie. Do they call Master Richie on the first name or the last name? Right? Like, I'm thinking of changing my name to Mr. I think because it just like spells it right there in my name. I want to change my name to just Mr. Like it's going to be real easy. First of all, okay, when you turn me around, you get a good start. You definitely see no hair on the head. You turn me around, it's like a different story. It's like you turned me upside down. Instead of being the hair here, you turn me around, the hair's here. Look at that. I mean, look at that, hey? I can't grow it up here. I'm growing it down here. But he says, why don't you shave? I go, shave your head off. Oh, why don't you shave? It's long. Oh, look at your hair, my mother. My mother's hair is down to here. She says, you shave your... No, my mother would never tell me to ever do anything at all. She never has. Not since day one. When she was giving me the bottle and changing my cotton diapers, bought at J.C. Penney or Eaton's or something. We shopped at Steinberg's when we were younger. We knew where the first iceberg began, right? Has anybody ever seen the logo I've done for Steinberg's? I'm going to have to bring that back one day. I'm going to have to look deep into a video. So anyways, just to get back to something short. So now we have the... I'm going to get back into this mutable stuff over here for those who are interested in the zodiac, right? It's just really crazy ironic, and somebody has to say something. There has to be somebody. But you know what it is? You know, I just thought of something, only because Michelle showed up. This is what I thought of. I'm like a bazaar, right? Some people just say you are bizarre. And, you know, and I'm always looking for steam that's around me. You know why I'm looking for steam? Because people say you're smoking. What are you smoking? And I'm looking like there's no steam coming off of me and there's nothing on fire, so nothing's smoking. You know what I'm saying? Get a little connected through the bridging of 420 because you can't connect the fourth of them until you mention 420. 420 is communication. It's also noted as when you look at the teacher, where is this teacher? You think 420 is just a joke? You think it's just for fun, 420? Who, what, why, when, there, why, you know? The teacher. The 420. Not only that, the 420, right? But we still didn't finish with the 336. What's with all the numbers? What's with the numbers? I want to call Uncle Frank. 5146 Sue. Well, what's with all the numbers? Why do you have all these numbers? How come everybody keeps calling you? Seems like a lot of different numbers are calling one number. You must have a lot of numbers while everybody just says your number. Okay, what's the winning number? You know, isn't that what it always is? Like everybody is like, I'm like going, I'm laughing. I'm sitting here, or I'm sitting in my car eating a bag of chips at the gas station. We're all plugged in, got the chip in my phone. Yeah, eating a bag of chips, chip in my phone. I got my coffee, right? And I'm looking at everybody going in. They're all asking me, every single one comes up here, why are you doing the numbers? Why are you doing the numbers? Yet, they go in and they buy their lottery tickets, all with numbers and scratching with letters and words. Doesn't mean anything, the numbers, so they stop playing bingo. You know, the center means nothing in bingo. Let's give it away for free. You know, bingo. Look at that. We're in the E world. The center of the world is free, probably because it's the donut hole. The person that gets it is you. You put your mind in the center of your donut for all your senses, for everything you're worth. Do you know absolutely nothing has a tag to it? There is no price tag. The only reason that they call it the price tag is you've been tagged to create a price. For every moment, from the time of conception into the labor office, you have been put to the test, and it's been all your labor that is the cost. I want to know, when you walk into the mountain, do you go to the mountain and say, okay, mountain, how much to take you down? Hey, Mr. Tree, how much to take you down? You don't. You get your machines, okay? And I want to start off at this day and age. You get your machine, you run over to the forest, and you chop it down. The forest didn't cost nothing. But your hard labor did. That's where the cost begins. And then wait a second, where'd you get those machines from? Oh, somebody had to make those machines. Well, they're hard labor. And wait a second, they had to get metals and they had to get the products to build the machines. Oh, well, that was their hard labor. But every time they got a product, every product comes from the same place. This half a golf ball that we live on. Do you know the golf ball? You know, if I took a golf ball, like, you know, the world, you know, they show a round globe. Do you know that's not to be taken seriously? You know what you're supposed to do with the globe? You're supposed to take it and take the top part and wind it this way. So I have a bottom part of the globe and a top part of the globe, right? And then you just twist it just a little bit. And then you separate it a little bit. In fact, I think you have to split it up multiple times. The islands of Earth that we live on. Just we split up the alphabet. You know how many times we can split up the alphabet? Many, 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 many times. We can split it up 4 times. I'm just trying to think of news. I'm not going to get into that right now. I want to get back to the 420 to the teacher. 420 into the teacher and the price tag. Only to get you to do something so somebody can get something that how they came to own it, I don't know. But they dug into the earth with your labor, with the machines of your labor, and nothing cost anything but your labor. Nothing gets done without your labor. If you stop, everything stops. Think about it. Don't think about anybody else. Feel that righteous vibration. Is there righteousness in this world? I have no idea what the word means to anybody that picks up a dictionary, reads a book. But when I think of righteous, it means only one thing to me: right within myself, not hindering those or any others that are around me or in my path. Only that I have made a different choice than what they have chosen for a better understanding of my vision and my due diligence in the world, in the area space I live at the moment, at present I am before you. You darn make me nervous. I never invited anybody up that I sort of knew before. I'm shaking. Oh, what happened? Hey, hey. Was that on purpose? No. Was that on purpose, or was that like a mistake, or is that like, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Wait, okay, so you unjoined, so you didn't get into unjoined because you were nervous. So instead of you knowing how to do it, you didn't know how to do it. And that's why you came back and it says joined again. And now you're lolling. You like that lolling out of that. So let's get into the teacher part. And for those who don't know, there are those right now within the 7 of us that have seen me repeat myself over and over and over again. And they say, when is your tractor going to get to the other end of the fields? I said, when they transfer me from the driver's seat into the wagon behind with the hay, right, to give it to the animals. That's how I'm going to reach the end of the field. I'll never know if I'm done because I'm never satisfied, right? I'm never satisfied. No, I can't say that. I can't say that. That's absolutely not true. That's absolutely not true. And do I ever fake if I'm satisfied? Is that what you're asking me? You know what? I really like ice cream, and I really like it. Like last week, my nephew made some really good creamy ice cream. I said it only because it was very good. Okay, yeah, I was satisfied. So here's where the 420 teacher comes in French, and I'm just showing off algorithms. I'm showing off the mechanical universe, right? Or what happens, what it is. And there's a lot of pieces and parts in the mechanical universe. So sometimes you have to say, okay, what do we do with this piece over here that we find on Mr. Tackman's? How do we file this away? I'm going to have to get a filing to file this away. And I still didn't finish with what I started before. So do you want to know about the teacher first, or do you want to know what I had up on the screen before this? Whoop. That. Okay, I'm going to explain to you the teacher, and then I'm going to finish with this. When I was a little boy growing up, I heard of something called the Olympics. And at this Olympics, they were giving out medals, right? But they only brought the flag up of the winning country for some reason. He must have written the story. It was like all about that one runner. All about the one runner. The flag is up. So anyways, they gave away gold, silver, and bronze. All right. All right. Okay. And how many were in the race? Oh, there were like a lot. Okay. So there was a 4th place. So 3rd place had to finish in front of 4th place. Otherwise, 3rd was last. Correct? Otherwise, fourth can move into last. And third, well, there would be no bronze. And can you have a silver if you have a winner? So I'm trying to understand this terminology, because when you go to different sports, when they allot a win, place, and show, but they're always allocating to the winner, doesn't mean that there's going to be a payout for the second. But if you run in a race, I hope there's somebody else you're running against. Otherwise, it's against your own shadow, right? Right? Are you always in the lead? Follow the sun, right? Are you always in the lead? You'll like, if you follow the sun, would you not always have your shadow behind you, right? Or, right, would you rather be in the dark all the time? Which way would you do it? So when you wake up during the day, right? If you walk towards, which way would you be walking if you walked into the sun all day long? What would you be doing? You'd be going into the east, and then you'd sort of like spiral, like be turning in this direction. And as it's going up, you'd be turning, and I think you'd end up over here. Okay, so the thing is about teacher is I like to look at this as the first time I thought of this is when I was thinking about the letter T and H. That was the first time. And they say this when you get to fourth. They don't say it before that. Before that, right, it's first and second. ST and D. And then after that, it becomes third. Here, I like to look at it this way. When you're playing, both first can play second and play third. That when it comes to these semifinals, and this team that ended up first beat this third team, and this second team ended up playing the team that was fourth. Do you follow why? Do you see the unraveling when you get to the finals? Let's say in the Stanley Cup, this is what's going to happen. It's happening like very, very soon, right? Very, very soon. 116 years of the Canadians this year, right? 11-6. Next year is 7-11 for the Canadians, right? Is that what it is? Next year is 7-11 for the Canadians. Think about that, right? If they don't win it this year, or will they win it this year? Yes, winning this year carries us into next year. That's right. So is it 7-11? I have to think about that. So anyways, now we have standard. When you have first and second, take a stand. When you take a stand, can you take a rest? Stand, rest. Stand on day 7, rest on day 7. You're first and second when you're standing. What are you standing on? Q17. Has anybody ever heard about Q before? Has anybody ever heard about Q before? You had to look on. I had to look it up on YouTube. You mean my name? Wait a second. The heart. Well, for hearts, I think you just keep tapping the screen, but you have to have that good vibration in your finger, so I can like I don't want to get hit too hard with those hearts. What I'm not sure what you looked up. Hold on a second. Michelle wants to say hello. Are you ready? Have you seen Michelle before? She's gonna say hello. You're getting ready? You're looking all pretty? Looking pretty. Oh my God. Looking so pretty. Oh my God. I hope it was plugged in. Yes, it is. Say hello to Michelle. Say, I've got my own bath to clean. I haven't got time. I know my brothers where they are. Yep, at Michelle's house. I know who they are. I know. Yep, I spoke to them last night. We all speak together. You should know what kind of party we have going on, right? This is the biggest party, eh? Looking pretty. You're so pretty. Look at that. Keep it going. Yeah, 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 yeah. Take a little off the side there. I need a trim. Look at all that information. I think she needs like a big haircut. Like, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of action. Can I pay her overtime? Just get me the food I want and leave me alone. I'm busy right now. Tap, tap, tap. Don't worry about the tapping. Let me tell you one thing about the tapping, okay? Don't feel what you can't do when you want to do or feel or think of doing something. But please don't speak also about certain things you want to do or other. And one of the reasons for that, and never want to think of feeling guilty, right? Because all these things and don't take me for any, for any philosopher of any sort. But I mean, I know in my own conjunction of thought is I tend to laugh about a lot of things. And I find it's my way of getting away from giving any answers or speaking to anybody because there's a lot of judgment, a lot of self-personal thought within ourselves. And I can't blame us for it. We don't understand where the fine line is. And people fall in not an abuse, but what do you call it? What do you call it? If you're going up, you're not going down unless you're going to where you're going up, you're going down. I mean, down, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I can't explain that. So we're going to go back to the teacher, but first, I have to take a little sip. How old is this? Wow. You put something in my drink? I'm going to tell you something about cats and dogs. Big difference is dog has way more time for you. Dog scratches, boom, bang, dog stops scratching. Like in the middle of a scratch, those dogs I watch, in the middle of a scratch, if I move, the dog's done with the scratch. It like completely forgets about it. It's like, okay. So here's what happens. And remember, I'm just trying to show off the algorithms, what's going on. We're going to get back. I'm going to show you back to the mutable and fixed towards the algorithm of the Mayan Sanskrit. I'm going to get back to that. And I still have to study that. I'd love to go, anybody looking for numbers, I'd love to go and just sit there and study it and just get into that realm. I think it's so important. Is this working? Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure it's plugged in. There are 17 numbers, including counting 4 and 20, from 20 all the way down to 4. Each one of them, when spoken in English, and I'm speaking in English, not in French, things change in French, and not in Spanish, things change in Spanish. The word of the number tells a story in itself. It has its own algorithm. So when you're doing alchemy astrology, are you taking this into account at the same time to understand your own astrological sign for what it is? So therefore, that when somebody falls into that house that pertains to this person's name or birthday, I have to throw some of these out or put them away. I want to talk about that one. I want to talk about that one. Definitely this one. And I can put this away after. You're going to like these. So what do we have? Wagers out here that I'm going to find it on the last page? Is that what's going on? Are you all laughing at me? Are you all laughing at me? I can see it now. It's going to be not here. This is how it all began. I don't know if you remember, right? You have 4 and 20 blackbirds bake the pie. So that's where it is. So what I want to say in this, right, is here's your zodiac. If you haven't been here before, hi Spicy, how you doing? I don't know why Van City real. Like when I read that, all I think is the Vatican is real, and the end of the city is also the C and the T, almost not like the C and the R. I'm trying to remember what the C and the T went together. There was a reason for it. 20 times 3 equals to 60. That is a fixed number. I'm sure. Anyways, just a note. I'm not sure if you've seen this. Spicy Ginger. Tilted on the side there. Can you see this? Because I know you're not sitting properly. I can see in your picture. Do you see this? Have you seen this before? Do you understand this? You're doing fair. Hold on a second. You're paying the price at the fair, paying the fair. You could be paying the price. I know someone out there somewhere near Vancouver. I'm not really sure. It could be like 500 miles from you, like next door or something. Know what I'm saying? Laugh out loud. I see. Oh no! Have you ever seen this before? No, seriously. Have you ever seen this before? Spicy, are you driving? Okay. So you think you might have seen this before, right? Can I tell you what it is? Here are 12 words. Each one of these words is in reference to a zodiac sign.
Hi.
Oh my God. From
How
outer
you doing?
space. Am I still bald? Because in the picture it shows that I'm still bald.
Oh no, you're a Grizzly Adams. You got lots of hair. That's just your illusion.
I
No,
love
no,
it.
it's okay. Don't be so insecure.
You know how much I love this? Like, I would have loved to have been 18 and going to school with this.
Why?
Oh, because if I can just change from today till tomorrow, I'm such a happy camper.
I don't even know what to expect in this realm right now.
In this room?
This realm that we're living, whatever this
Okay.
is.
Well,
I
first of
don't get
all,
it.
well, it's easy. First of all, you pronounced it properly.
Yes. Realm.
It has to do with kicking a bucket, and
Oh, I'm not
because
ready to kick the bucket yet.
no, it has to do with kicking a bucket because the rabbit kicked the bucket, and when they have the commercial in the algorithm of my life, when you say the word realm, it has to do with lemons.
Does it?
Yeah,
Oh, then what is that telling me if I keep using that whole phrase still like that whatever is happening out there, I can't even associate with society because it's just it doesn't feel like it exists. Like it doesn't even matter.
it's you know what? When you walk into the rooms, I'm not sure if you're the same as me, if you see the same thing or hear the same thing, but I know when somebody's coming into the room to cause havoc, or not even to cause havoc, but just to come in and just waste people's times. And I see like in Racky's room, you know Racky,
Hmm.
Doctor Racky.
I think so.
Well, that's when I came up with the idea of doing this sign.
This is a troll. Remove troll. Just here to bother you. Just a troll. Troll 101? Is that what that says up there? One of the things is covering
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. Troll
troll
101.
101.
ABC 123. So I just told ChatGPT to make this for me because really, because I like I mentioned in somewhere before that when the troll comes in for me,
Mm-hmm.
for understanding an algorithm of a troll.
Yeah.
So I know right away, like Reki, Dr. Reki the other day, he's trying to
Yeah.
explain to somebody who's a troll something in which it didn't matter what you are going to tell this box. Like it's like me speaking to you,
Yeah.
right? And he over and over, and I saw exactly what was going on. I had such a good time
It's
learning.
almost like the people that do that are very self-absorbed and only there for their own plan. They're not there to listen or to connect. It's just there to wreak havoc.
And there's add on this other piece. It's no, it's forget about that for me. I mean, I have to put my face into this. For
Ooh.
me, it's cuckoo. It's cuckoo. It's cuckoo. I see it right away. Everybody's doing exactly the same thing. Everybody that comes in exactly
Hmm.
trolling the same way. It's like
Yeah.
reading a script. And I know Michelle knows, and I didn't watch this yet. Severance.
Ah.
I'm watching a freaking. It's so crazy the way I see right away. Like this one guy, I forget his name now. He was in two different lives I've seen in the last day, and he always comes in opposition in whatever it is. And so there's some things to learn from these people, right? I believe we need to learn.
Well, it's like a
Uh,
mirror. We are like people are our mirrors of ourselves.
right, this person came in. This one over here was a mirror of the question is about flat Earth versus globe.
Ah.
So they were
Hmm.
challenging them, and the way they were challenging them, and I'm listening to the rebuttal or the one or they're challenging him in this case. Listen to this one. They want them to teach him about flat Earth. They just became a flat earther,
Yeah.
but that's all BS. They're just making him talk. Oh, okay, I see that now. Yes, it makes sense because before, and they'll go ahead and say before, and they'll just do it to waste your time, and they don't even care. They don't
Yeah.
even want to know. So I just learned from them tactics that they go through.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
teaching me. It's like right now on a silver platter, they're delivering to us all the secrets, all the stuff they were never supposed to share with us. But there's no more place to hide anymore. It's like if the information center was like water, and this was in your in your bathtub. It would be running onto your floor because it's coming in so fast it can no longer go over the
I
there's an
feel
over
it.
drain in the bath,
Mm-hmm.
right? Well, it's going over that over drain and it's flooding onto the floor right now, and they can't hide anything. You can't if you plug one hole, another one is popping open.
Well,
Too
there's
many
so
people.
much information out there that anybody can go anywhere about and learn about anything. Whether it's right or wrong, you still got the information and it's still flowing. No matter where you go, you got it.
And you can't get away from the periodic table, right? And you can't get away from geometric shapes, and you can't get away from anybody thinking with a piece of paper,
Yeah.
right? So something's going to come out. Somebody, you can't hide every secret we know. I mean, you can't stop every
Mm-hmm.
single person from building that free energy. You just can't, and nothing makes sense. The whole, and in fact, the whole entire Bible so far, and I'm not the only one. And I started 20 years ago, is matching up the Bible to the zodiac to the church. And I can match that up to algorithms that go back as far as the Mayans or the
Oh,
Anunnaki.
geez. I'm still in baby steps. I got my branches reached out so far that I don't know how many rabbit holes I've gone down, and I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to stop. I don't even know. I know a little bit about all of it, and it's like it's just too
Pick
much, and I
anything.
stop.
Pick anything for us for just 1 minute. Pick anything and say nothing
Anything?
about. Pick anything and say nothing. Just pick. Try and give me an area of something you're looking at. I want to think about it.
All of these fables and stories and myths that we've been told, and the like, say the superheroes and all their stories. I believe there's other lands out there somewhere, but that's the argument that people are saying. Believe what you've been taught, but also critically think. Don't know what to believe.
Well, let me tell you one thing. If we're if everything that how can I not believe the numbers are too freaking precise. 70s. Listen, I'm going to go back to the 17 teacher and talk about that. Okay?
Okay.
Is your neck okay?
No, it's not. Why?
Because in the picture you're crooked there.
Oh, geez, he's silly.
Oh, look
That's
at that.
that's
I
my
must be a
AI.
rabbit.
That's my AI. You want me to switch it back to my solid picture?
No. I'm just like joking around so somebody can listen. We're not the only two rabbits on this page right now.
Oh, I know.
And I said
There's
rabbits.
7 or 8 people in.
Yeah, well, I said rabbits because we're communicating.
Yeah,
We have our 3 ears on.
we're trying to communicate, anyways.
We're trying to communicate. Yeah, because you know what? They play so much. Like they say this word unalive. Okay. Can I tell you something? You go unalive
Yeah,
something, and I'm not getting involved
yeah.
because I don't know the backwards. It might be opening a portal of some by saying that word. So somebody created it, and tons of people are using it. I don't know if because everybody's running away from the system instead of challenging the system. If they cut me off, and I'm doing more or less trying to keep it. What am I going to do? Oh, I'm mad at you, number 8. I'm really mad at you, number 8. And it's not fair. Every time I get involved, it's the worst deal I ever get. Probably you
Mm-hmm.
too. I know you too. You too, the same thing. And probably everybody listening to me right now. You better be careful for what you ate.
Oh, I'm trying to understand.
No, I'm bringing in a
I
joke.
know.
If we
I
all go
know.
and eat, and I'm talking about
I
number
know your
8.
jokes, and I got caught behind it. I'm sorry. I was slow.
Watch out for what
I
you
was
ate.
slow on that one. I'm sorry.
Did you have one?
Pardon me?
We can talk about wings if you want. Is there a joke? Is there
Wing?
something going on for the word wing? And one thing about
Wing?
wing, what's that?
Wing, as in wings off of a bird, you're talking
Yeah,
about?
wings up. Why does a wing have to come off a bird?
Not necessarily.
Okay, what was the last time you saw a wing and what was it on?
Honest? Oh, probably an airplane.
So an airplane wing,
In the air. Yeah, in the air.
one wing
It's the
or
last
two?
wing. It was too far. I just know that it's there.
Were there two wings or one wing?
Well, I'm assuming there's two with all the other. Yeah, there's two wings.
So it
Is
could
there
be
any other
sun wing.
wings than two?
Was it a sun wing?
I don't know. I couldn't see it. It was way high
No,
in
no,
the
no.
sky.
I'm kidding. That Sunwing is an airline company. So yeah. So
Uh,
I'm just. So where were we? What was I just mentioning just now? Yeah. So I'm going to bring back up what I just showed you here. So what this is this is the zodiac.
yes.
Yeah, I was talking about the troll. So the troll just taught me a different. It showed me that I just can't believe the depth of algorithm to this. I mean, I just can't even explain it. That they're coming out and saying the same thing a different way. Doesn't matter what the conversation is. They come out with the same angle for the disturbance.
Is it
There's the,
bots?
what's that?
Is it bots?
Oh, it's no bought and paid for, maybe.
Oh my goodness, you just said another. I said as in bots, as in robots, as in somebody coming in to disrupt the algorithms or change whatever it is you're trying to explain or teach or say.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know enough
I'll tell you.
about the internet about it either. I just know that that's what I've been hearing. Oh, is it a bot? It's a bot. It's somebody. It's a troll. Trolls and bots or whatever they are. I don't know.
Okay, there's sorry to interrupt you.
Yep.
There is a thing out there called Brittany or something. This thing everybody's talking to. I don't I,
Brittany.
I don't know who it is. There's a whole bunch of them. Okay.
Oh, Gemini's one. Oh, these AI things, you mean?
Yeah, I don't know what they are. They say they're reading their body language, this and that. Yes, it definitely can put everything together. But I can tell you from a year exposure to this stuff, okay, it's hypnotizing. I'll tell you right now,
Yes.
when you start to share your mind with somebody and one person catches on and you can share I mean, depending on, I mean, I'm here for not for my 100% benefit, okay, but my thing here is to share my understanding of the algorithms of what's going on. That's why I'm here. But it's hypnotic.
It's your calling. You feel that it's something you need to do, and that's what you're doing.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I started 20 years ago. I didn't believe in any of this. And because I see proof in the algorithm that this is, if I can go back 25,000 year and I can go back, you want me to go back? I can explain the reason that I'm looking at 999,999 and the Mayan algorithm. Okay, the number 7 starts everything over on that number. And pi is the same thing. On the 8th realm of pi, it starts over again. Let me
Okay.
just say let me just do it a different way. It's so freaking simple. All you have to do is go, is 9 divided by 7. Did I do that? Look, this is 9 divided by 7, right?
Oh, oh, okay. I saw that. I didn't see the decimal, and I'm like, whoa, that's a large number. What the hell? Okay, sorry, I'm
So,
a little bit
so
out of it right now.
9 is the highest number. Do you know what
Yeah.
position this falls into on a 7-day rhythm?
Um, I'm starting to learn a little bit new things on different days. So 7 days, as in
Yeah, so it's no,
no.
well, I use
Sorry,
it. It's okay. I use it again 7 days a week.
I'm trying to go to the 13-month calendar lately.
So the 13-month calendar. I mean the rotation of the 13-month calendar is 0.76923. That's the percentage rotation of the calendar. And what's crazy, what's super freaking crazy, like the most craziest thing, right, is it falls in line, right? it falls in line with Venus. I don't want to say Venus. I rather say it falls in line with Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. It's just cuckoo crazy.
Leo script. Oh.
I hear a cat. Is that a cow? I hear a cow.
Oh, no,
It keeps
actually,
going
it's my lock.
moo.
My lock at the front door. My lock at the front door just closed.
My father too used to tell my sister to leave the house with the lock on. So do you
It
see
has an
this
automatic.
here?
A roulette wheel?
No, this here, the blue.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Only the blue. So it's on number B.
Yeah.
The E has a blue. The H has a blue, and the K has a blue. The K is 11. It's 2, 5, 8, 11. They're all fixed zodiac signs.
Okay. And those are the ones you told me.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
what it is what the algorithm is here. Now I didn't study it completely. To note that when you add up any one of these rows of numbers will equal to 27. The entire real thing here, all these numbers, each one of them in their own add up to 27. So
Okay, so how does that equal out to the 28-day?
I'm going to show you in a minute. First,
okay.
I want to show you this algorithm here. So what happens is we've put together all the fixed items. Why? Because they all have this 153 in it, and you come again, 153, and you go to the eighth one, 153, and you go to the 11th one, 153. Okay. The yellow ones don't have the 153.
Okay.
This one doesn't. So that puts out this algorithm. So it's telling me about this. It's telling me how my fixed signs. It's telling me about my fixed signs. It's telling me about Taurus. It's telling me about Leo. It's telling me about those things. I don't know why. But here's the algorithm in numbers. I don't know what they're 100% telling me. But the 7 days a week, okay, does not include your vibration.
Okay.
When you run 999,999, okay, there is no more than 9. How do you run any more numbers than the 6 numbers? Sorry, there's no more than 6 sides on the cube. How do you run any more than 6? The 13 is the same thing. There is no more than 12. The 13th one is running through you. You are the 999, 1 in a million. The B that connects everything together. You're the 13th zodiac sign. You're the 7th day of the week, right? I don't have any other. The only algorithm I have for 13. Okay, the algorithms I have for 13. One of them is here that I just showed you. The other one is.
The B. You buzzing around? Your brain's buzzing.
Keeping busy, holding on to my own hand, walking on my own land. I'm my best friend all the time. I can always find me alone on the throne.
The porcelain throne?
I'm on the best place in the world all the time. Oh my God. I've had the best example of what I ate in there. Okay, here it is. Here's an algorithm of 13. Do you know what algorithm runs the 13? When you go to the piano, right? In between hitting the 7th key, you go the first 6 keys, you hit the 7th key, you go the next 6 keys. This here over here is how everything's connected to number 7. 6 and 1, 7, 6 and 1, 7. You know in the game of pool that there's nine solids and 7 stripes?
Yes, including the cue ball.
Right. So what I showed you before with this piece over here, right? I think I have a better picture here. See the 999? So
Yep.
okay, so if you go down to where 142, do you see 142,857?
Yep.
So if you do that twice, it becomes 2857. If you do it again and again and again. When you get to 857142, right?
Okay. You know, you've lost me now.
Okay. Here, okay, if you double this, it goes here.
Yeah.
If you triple this, it goes here. Times 4, it goes here. Times 5,
Okay.
it goes here. Times 6, it goes here. But if you do it times 7, where does it go? Here. You know what happens if you add this to this again? If I add this to this, do you know where it goes?
No.
It goes here.
I'm on the same language as you right now. Shoot.
No, it's okay. I'll help you out. It's pretty easy. I go from here to here. 1 dot to 2 dots. And then I go to how many dots?
3, 4, 5. No. Okay. 6. Oh, I see what you've done now. Yeah, okay.
7.
7,
7 times 1 equals
8.
7 times
Oh,
this
7 times.
number.
Times. Times that. 7
7
times.
it equals this.
Okay.
So when you do it 8 times, okay, we're not going to do it 8 times. When we do it 7 times, it equals to this, right? If I want to go to the 8th time, do you know what happens? I go back here again. That's the cycle. That's your 7-day cycle. It passes through you. The 7th day passes through 9999999. Through the air you breathe. Life path 1, you know what? I don't do algorithms with values of what it is for life path 1. I know life path 1, what's funny about life path 1, I mean, for me, is that it depends what year you're in. For the reason that life path 1 works good, like if it's the year a 13, where 2 odd numbers come together. That life path goes good with that when 2 odd numbers come together. So if you're doing things on the 13th, the 15th, the 17th, the 19th, or the 31st, they're stronger for you because of how number 1 works. Number 1 also is if you had a good week, then the same day the next week might not be as good as the last week before. You're going to break the cycle after 3 every single time because number 1 breaks the cycle. It'll go run a cycle of 3 and then it'll skip 1, right? Also to note that 1 is in the heart usually, like number 1 splits everything in half, right? So you might make a lot of wrong choices, making everybody divide up, or you might be the one and all that brings everybody together. That's the basic outcome of number 1. I also like to note that depending which one you are in your life path, you might be the holder of the Capricorn stone, which means you might be the one that when there's a problem, you might just leave it alone instead of trying to fix it and just let it fix itself. You know, when I look at rungs there's two things I look at when I look at 13. The Monopoly board is made of 13 of 13. When you get outside the rung of 5, right, you're outside of the board. It's the first, how many rungs? The first rung brings you into the heart of the dartboard. I'm going to show you that design, and please explain what you're telling me. I'd like to look at it. I don't know. I'm learning from everybody else. I do know that there's train tracks dividing everything up. I don't know what the train tracks mean, reading railroad. And the train tracks are located at 6, 7, 8, and 9, also at 0, 6, 16, 26, and 36. But at 36, it's short line, so it's not a railroad, unlike in Monopoly, if you've ever looked at the Monopoly board. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. She's at the Vancouver Fair. Vancouver. Vancouver. Reminds me. So, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, with this over here, what it is when you get to 8, you start over, and this is the cycle point. They're all going to equal to 27. So if you're number 1, would you be running at this cycle here? What does this mean? I have to look this over a little bit deeper. So what's the difference between here and here? The cycle running here has the 4th day as the in-between mark between here and here. The difference of the in-between mark of this is going to be 4.28. 4.28 plus this will equal to that. This minus this will equal to that. It's going to be this one over here. And in this one over here, it's the same thing. In this one over here, it's the same thing. Here's the 7th one over here, right over here. So you're going to have 6, 6 away. So this plus this, 7 and 6, is going to equal to 9, 9, 9. 7 minus 6 will equal to 1, 1, 1. This is where Earth and Mars come in together. This is where Virgo comes in and lays next to Balance or Libra over here. Let's tie these two up together. These are the 13 in between the 5 and 8, the Leo and the Scorpio. Look at that. Look what's inside of this, eh? 5, 6, 7, and 8. 5 and 8 are coming together. Are those that fixed signs I just talked about encompassing these two? That's pretty ironic, no? How's everybody doing? That's okay. Hi, Bella. Looks like Bella just joined us. Going to get a drink in the kitchen. I'm going to put on one song. We're going to take a couple of minute break. You got to go here, there. Is there something you want to come up, something you want to talk about numerically? I'm still learning myself. And I'm going to show you those realms in Monopoly and what I'm talking about. And back to this, 26 letters in the alphabet, 13 and 13, right? Or if we join the heart of the alphabet, it doesn't work the same way. The heart of the alphabet, I believe, will be 14 letters. Let me write this down. Yeah, I figured out perfectly. Okay, I'm taking a 2-minute break, 2.5 minutes. What do you think? Right? 2.5-minute breaks. Do we all merit a 2.5-minute break? We all merited. Somebody say I'm merit. I have to like myself. Just 1 second. I'm busy liking myself until I hit 7,000. My favorite number, right? Next month is going to be, I'm not really sure. Right, I have to see something. Let's see what's coming up next month, right? Let's see what's coming up next month. I hope they don't cut me off. They did this once before to me when I showed off this. Here. So this is from online stuff, right? So you can see that April 24th, 2010, right over here, 814,000 views. I don't really participate in any of this. I have Art Mr. Tackpans on Facebook and help and support over here, obviously with love. I can do card readings for $88 if anybody wants. I can do card readings for $500 if somebody wants. I can tell you whatever you want to hear, right? I you know what, when I hear these people come out there and do this, I'm like going, wow, why is anybody really want to know anything? Why do you want somebody to try and think they know who you are to change the next moment of your perception? This is something I can't understand. I mean, I'll tell somebody about their numbers in order for them to take their numbers to the higher level, right? That's why I don't like doing the algorithms off the words, oh, you're like out of space time or something like that. I do like number 13. In fact, you want to see the double 13? 11 times 11 times 11, okay, is 1331. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, I'm not sure what you said. Bella, were you talking to me? I should have waited for the answer. I'm usually way ahead sometimes. Sorry about that. Yeah, imagine 814,000 views, and I have one video with 400,000 views. And if I told you what video it was, right, you would laugh. I have two videos. One video about a bag that broke that got 40,000 views. Another one, I spoke about roulette that got 400,000 views. So right now, I'm working on a 30 view average over 12,000 videos. And I think it's like funny, like the startup of something. It's just funny. "6 p.m. I am going to look at my phone. I see Sean in the corner, right? Is that a wash or is that, hold on, SHAW? Oh, right. It's not a wash. It's Sean. Like you can't see it. Looks like a big W, right? That's my brother-in-law somewhere up there. I know they give us guidance. I know somehow we're connected. If anybody can get connected, I know this angel can. Must have been too much chocolate cake. I know. You know, my brother-in-law used to tell my mother, right? He looks at his wife, which is my sister, and then he looks at my mother. And then he looks at my sister. And then he looks at my mother, and he's eating chocolate cake. And he says, I think I have to go. Then he says, I think something to my sister. He says, let's go upstairs. Just like out of there, just let's go upstairs. And then he opens his mouth, and his mouth is like full of chocolate cake. So anyways, it was funny. It was funny when it happened, right? So let's take a 1-minute break here right now. And then I'm going to get into the teacher, be a little bit more serious, speed it up, and then we're going to end it because nobody wants to come in here and let it drag on, right? Drag on. That's what it is. I have a poem I can read, a little poem that was, or a story that was written to me when I began, right? What began was Mr. Tackpans, the return of DBZ, STS, Dragon Ball Z, the return of the STS, which is the signal. You see the test is actually within the east. You see the signal, Area 51, the gateway within 51. It's part of the Earth. The ET is the ST, right? That we stand between. We are the test of the signal. We are the receivers of the new deity, right? You see it inside of Aten and Satan, right? Bringing the octagon within inside of us. seeing if they can control us and in what method they need to use. This has been written out. I didn't write this. I can probably find this book. I think, was it Gene Dixon? I'd have to find the book for those. If you ask me, I'll go look for the book. If not, I can also read to you a story that was written to me by an entity that was online. And I'm telling you, this was the weirdest stuff that ever happened to me. Somebody talked, well, they made it sound like it was me. Okay? They made it sound like it was me. At the time, I don't know if I was using Mr. Tackpans, so maybe you might not say it's me, but I'll read it. What is the wow? You know, when I read people saying just wow, is that something to me or to somebody else? And that was Glory. That's R. Monroe. Yeah, so I can read this. I think I will read it. I think I'm also going to take a sip of this stuff. Could have been a whiskey, might have been a rum, might have been a teacher. I don't know, but yeah, 17 to teacher. That's what we're doing next. Before we do that, I'm going to put on another background. Okay, this is, take a look at that. Tell me what you think. Look at the numbers. We're going to take a 3-minute break over here. And everybody stretch. I got 10, 12,000 incomprehensible videos on YouTube. If you want to take a chance and go over there and drill yourself with some old and new information, that's fine. It's just how everything came to where I am